Popeye.
Yeah.
And just, let's see, I'm making Popeye a moderator.
Oh, shit.
Not that you would know how to kick anybody out.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say,
somebody's going to kick you out.
Yeah,
moderator. Somebody's going to kick the moderator out.
They're going to be like, this Popeye guy's putting some stupid shit here. Just kick him.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt, dude. All right. We're getting up and going live here, guys. We've been chatting with you. This is a live broadcast, public broadcast. So in the chat, let us know now that you can hear us and that you can see us. Of course, we already know the chat's up. So once we know on my end, it looks like we have a good feed. No issues there. And whoever's playing will have to pause your video. You can still chat even with your video paused.
That'd be Popeye.
So, yep. Mm-hmm.
It's this guy.
Just sounds about right. So let us know. Let us know. Tight squeeze in that frame with Popeye's cannons, says Matthew Haywood, no doubt. Yes, you are 5 by 5 by 5. I can see and hear you, says Lane. Okay, very good, guys. So this is going to be a, like I say, live video broadcast and chat. Let me just start by saying that we've been live for many years. Once in a while, we do a public one like this where it's open to all the public. But most of the time, it's for our patron members only. We do these routinely, but you have to be a patron member. It's one of the many benefits that you get for being a member. But we all also like to throw them out to the public now and then. And if there are many moderators in the chat that are patron members, and so if any trolls show up, which always happens here and there when you go live to the public, just boot them, block them. You have my full authority, all you moderators. Just boot them right away. We don't put up, don't argue, just boot trolls. They're not allowed here. And we really don't have a problem because we have moderators in there, but I'll just throw that out there. Feel free to do that. And you get to
Don't remove me, though.
Just don't remove Popeye. He's actually here.
Do.
Please don't boot. Yeah. You can't boot me. I'm the only guy you can't boot, but don't boot him. Don't boot him.
You're unbootable.
Yeah, you're unbootable. All right. With that said, yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time, and we got 4 of us on the mic, so we'll see how that works out for us.
Could be a little hectic.
Could be a little bit hectic, but with that said, let's get this thing started, huh?
Let's get her going.
Let's get her going.
Harley-Davidson motorcycles, the only motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon.
That was one of Popeye's
Old school baby
that we had to play. Of course, we support all motorcycles here on this channel, but it was a fun one we did with him.
We're in the closet.
What's
still
this
back
one
in those
going to be
days.
about? Oh, goodness. That's for you, Popeye.
I don't do that.
That's for Popeye. All right, guys, we got a fun episode. Of course, y'all know what it's about. It's going to be actually a 2-part series. The first part here is going to be live, but we're going to get right into it here. Hey, Bikeaholics, 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike. Top quality, affordable chrome lighting comfort products. Sierra Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of 03D products. Lurch, you want to handle this email?
Nope. I'm in the process of answering something.
Type faster.
I'm answering something in the chat that's very important.
Can't multitask, apparently. All right, from Victor Guevaro of Chino Hills.
Nice.
But they didn't put a state. I assume that's California.
Sure. We'll
Sounds like it.
Yeah, sure.
You think so?
I guarantee you.
Don't
Look it
know.
up.
You guarantee me? All right. He guaranteed me.
I made the note, so I know where it's from.
Oh, well, there you go. All right.
George Foreman guarantee it.
He messaged us and says, "Hey guys, I first watched you guys on YouTube while looking for LED lights. I enjoyed the video and set my crosshairs on buying Cero LED lights. My wife got them for me for Christmas.
Nice.
I couldn't wait to install them. They look amazing. I would not have got them if it was not for your video. There are other brands, but Cero stuck out of the crowd. I'm glad I bought them for my wife, or my wife did after dropping enough hints. I have photos I would love to share if there's a way to. Anyways, continued success and thanks again.
Boom.
Also left us a donation. There you go. lawabidingbikers.com/contact is how he got in touch with us. You can drop us a line, drop us an email. You can even leave a voicemail over there from your built-in mic in your phone or your computer. It's free from anywhere in the world. We'd love to hear your awesome voices.
And he did share pics of his bike, and it looks very nice.
Nice. Shop pay installments integrated right into the law-abiding biker store, guys. That's right. You want to buy something. You don't have the coin right now, but you need it before your trip. You now have the option to buy products right freaking now, Popeye.
Woo.
Knowing you can make 4 equal payments.
I can?
Interest-free.
Sure could.
You sure can.
It's available to everybody.
Depends on your credit. Depends.
That's true.
Actually, I don't think it matters as long as you make your 4 payments. I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I really don't. I really
You
don't.
can finance it. You can afford it, folks.
Hey, Popeye,
Yeah,
you want to ride longer?
I do.
Are you tired of a sore and achy ass?
I am. My ass aches.
Quit staying at the bar till closing.
That's different.
And ending up in a hotel room where you don't know where you are.
That's different than what we're talking about here,
And
Popeye.
you will not have a sore and achy ass. Actually, you can fix your sore and achy ass
How
with
do
a
I do it?
high-quality butt buffer seat cushion.
Tell me more.
That's right. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions.
On my way over there.
What a great name.
Matt, do you want to handle this email?
Yeah, Matt.
Absolutely.
Get it, Matt.
We'll do it.
Okay, this is from Simon Hawken of Australia. Our M8 video saved him 350 bones. Woo! So here's what Simon says. Mate.
Cha-ching.
Simon says,
Mate, so you know he's from Australia. Mate, I came across your site while looking for how to do a full service on a Milwaukee 8. There's a lot that just show oil changes. So I bought your full service, great video, serviced my bike, and saved 350 bones. I live in Australia and just bought a 2021 Lowrider S. Looking forward to your content. I also have a podcast, H Hour with Hawks. Go check them out. Might have to get you on and get to know some Aussies better. Cheers, Simon.
there you go. Thank you, lawabidingbiker.com/contact. Lurch, the mic is literally blocking your eye.
Perfect.
So you're going to have to move it over here and then turn it to the sideways.
Jesus.
There you go. Now that's good right there. Yeah, it was
If you
like,
guys don't know yet, my new boss is a real dick.
yeah, well, you know what? Dude,
Your old boss was a dick, too.
That is.
God, dude.
You're talking
Popeye.
you're talking about my boss's boss's boss.
Only like 2 above you, but yeah. That'd be the governor for those of you following.
Oh, yeah. Once you've had Rick Rack, you'll never go back to Ultimate Motorcycle Luggage Rack Solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords that can come loose and slap your paint. That's right.
Slap the paint.
Don't slap it. Go strapless with the Rick Rack Quick Attach Luggage System and Quality Bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and get hooked up now. And we were all rocking our Rick Rack Quick Detach Systems on the very trip that we're going to be talking about in this episode.
Strapless is always better, I think.
Oh, you know it. We're going to get this thing started. Actually, we already have started. You wouldn't know it. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority. The Big MM, also known as the
99%ers, baby.
That's right, large and in charge of the motorcycle scene. If you're listening, if you're watching here live, whether you like it or not, you're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
Before we get started, we do have just one question for you.
What are you waiting for, bikeaholics? Mount up and let us take you
On another wild ass ride.
There you go.
I always mess it up, so that's why I was going to let you do it.
Hey,
Because
Lee,
Lee always says that's wrong right after I do it.
It's like, you're wrong.
He just
wrong.
goes, that's wrong.
Lee was all over it. I wasn't going to get in his way.
All right, guys, welcome. Ryan Erlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast.
And you're a high-tech redneck.
Yeah, I had the cameras all freaking screwed up there for a minute, so I apologize for that. It's
What
been
were they looking
it's been a
at?
while. So we're gonna try to
You don't want to know. I had to rate it down a little bit.
we're gonna try to monitor chat here, guys. Now we've got a lot of people in the chat, so we've got a lot to talk about. And
We got Ireland, we got Sweden, we got Germany. People
we got
all over the
sorts of
U.S.
places.
We got some folks from our
Hey,
backyard,
Snohomish.
Snohomish. Yep.
That's how I say it. I'm not from here, so I get away with it.
Okay.
I don't know. How do you say it?
Lurch, talk about what's going on in the chat there. Throw out we got a bunch of patron members in there.
Oh, yeah. We got Charles Wilburn in there. We got Tim Ivey.
We recognize
Gary
our
Jackson,
patron members.
Lane Gustafson. All kinds of people are in here.
Yep, good.
Ross Tomes.
Have fun in there, guys, and
The
all
one
you,
and only Popeye.
the one and only Popeye. And remember, you moderators, go ahead and feel free
Yakima.
to boot trolls. Boot any trolls right away. We're a troll-free zone.
We got Jose Vasquez of Yakima, Washington. Hey,
Nice.
brother.
Shout out.
Voice.
Got a Snohomish guy in here. Snohomish is where I grew up, so we got
Nice.
people
Snow
all over
County,
the place.
Snow County.
Cali, Norway, and what?
Norway and Brazil. How's he in both?
I was gonna. I'm confused.
Dave Thompson. I don't think you can be in both.
We got West
I just think
Virginia,
I
North
think
Dakota.
He's just telling us there's somebody from Norway and
Chuck
somebody from
Wilburn.
Brazil.
Chuck Wilburn, the highwayman.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he a moderator?
Yep.
He is.
Okay, I made him a moderator. Okay, good. All right. very
Hey
good.
Ryan, did you get the video of Popeye doing some push-ups before we went live? Just to
No.
so he looked a little more swole
Right.
for camera.
He does that in the bathroom so
do it.
nobody knows. He does that. What are you drinking in your mug there, Lurch?
It's a girly pop, but I put a little vodka in it too.
Okay.
That doesn't make
So,
it more manly.
I was gonna say, so is that double girly?
You're drinking a
pop,
Coors
or-
Light. What's
Let's
the
get it
difference?
started right.
It's a beer.
Lurch. Good God.
Dude, that was actually pretty good.
Trying to make up for the girly pop.
Here we
That
go.
was actually pretty good.
We got him in the studio. He rode down here from the Wenatchee area. It's been a while since we had Cowboy. He's in the center. He's
Gotta
in the
save a horse.
center position right there in the
Hump
red
day.
the red flannel. It's Cowboy. That's who you're looking at right there. Sexy Cowboy. Of course, the one, the only,
The only.
in the blue shirt with the big cannons.
Is that embarrassing to go to my song to yours?
No.
Like, I feel embarrassed for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, but we have,
feel embarrassed if I was 130 pounds sitting next to me.
Jesus. You can see how
As you guys can see, I lost the battle.
Yeah,
Sit
you-
on the outside.
you can see how this is
Sandwiched.
going to go.
Got sandwiched between the two big boys.
That's right.
So today's episode, guys, is we're going to jump into it. We're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And like I say, we're going to try to chat with you guys, but you guys do a lot of your own chat. We'll try to monitor some of it in between yakking about the trip. So this is all about our 9 days. And it was actually over 2,000 miles, but I have that somehow. It was a bit, it's probably like 23, 24, something like that, that we took last year in 2021. And it's titled The West Coast Motorcycle Trip, The Stories and the Debacles. Because we always got plenty.
Oh, yeah.
There was none of
Debacles.
those this trip.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to start, and it was 9 days, so we're probably going to get through to about day 4 or 5.
Two.
Day 2, something like that, and then we're gonna take it out, and we're gonna take it out, and then do a second episode. The second episode will not be live. We're just going to do the first part of the trip. So don't worry, you'll be able to catch part 2. Of course, if you're a patron member, you'll be able to catch part 2 immediately in your patron accounts. For everybody else, the regular listening public, you'll have to wait for a couple months for part 2 to come out in regular podcast format. So no better time, of course, to become a patron member. But we'll upload part 2 into the back end of your patron accounts early. So why don't you just get it, Popeye, you want to get it started off here, and I'm drinking, I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm starting out with something a little light, but these natural lime, dude.
Ugh.
Natural lime.
Life's all about choices, and you're making poor ones, my friend.
Dude, what do you have in your cup? You've got a Corona seltzer in your
100
cup.
times better than that White Claw.
Yeah, okay. All right.
They're arguing about who the bigger bitch is.
Right.
Folks.
Although you are drinking Coors water beer. This actually has more alcohol content than your Coors, by the way.
Keep justifying.
Yeah.
You're starting out smart is why what you're doing, because
That's right.
about day 2 you're going to be into the whiskey here. So you'll see him get up. You'll see him when you see him
he
get up.
disappears, yeah.
And he goes back.
All right,
Actually,
moving on.
he's-
Moving on.
I forgot to check. Is the bathroom door shut?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
There it is. We're
Yeah,
good.
it is. All right.
So,
Yeah, let's-
starting out, Ryan gave me the Popeye started out. So what I will say about this is that must have been about 9 years ago, something like that. We rode down to Cali, and folks, I will admit when we decided we were going down to Cali, I wasn't real happy. Like, why are we going to San Francisco again? Me and Sturgis, Jeff, we're both going. Are you shitting me? We're going to Cali down to San Fran again.
I remember you
And
were
we
trying
bitched
to get out.
I was not happy.
I know.
He was
we
not
bitched.
happy.
We bitched about it. So, anyway,
And did we change anything?
no,
Yeah, we didn't care.
no. But
No, 'cause
so
we
what
knew
I'm
it's
saying is here, listen up, folks, because if you're anywhere near the West Coast, maybe you're looking for a good ride. Maybe you're on the East Coast looking to come to the West Coast, do a good ride, or coming out just trying to find a good ride to go on somewhere. I can tell you hands down, like the first 5 days of this was some of the best riding I've ever done. Back-to-back days, it was incredible.
It was. And I know that you were against it a bit, because the reason is because we were going to end up in San Francisco.
Right.
And I get it. I get it.
We had
And
done it before.
When you have to
We had done
download
it
an
before
app to
fi-
find places you don't step in human shit.
I was trying to find the app too, but they took it off the app store. Because before the trip,
Dang
I was
it.
trying to find the poop locating app where you can put where you see the piles of poop. But so we were a little worried with everything going on
Yeah.
in the world.
It was COVID time, and I was worried about how locked down it was going to be down there, and I was
Yep.
just like, "This is going to be a mess. Why are we going down here?" But anyway,
Yeah. So you
So to
chip,
get
but you,
into
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
I was like, "Yeah, this is going to suck." So anyway, we got
This is
lucky
gonna
here. I'll
suck.
tell you, yeah,
But whatever.
that's what I thought.
It's going to be a
It
great
was better.
podcast.
So, day one, it is forecasted to be about $1.15 up here in Central
Yes.
Washington area.
for the
Hot
next
as hell.
week, it was supposed to be in
It
triple
was
digits.
still in the one.
Yep.
It was still in the
It was.
one teens when we got back.
Yeah.
So we can get into that later too, because me and Popeye made decisions based off. I am Popeye. Me and Cowboy made decisions
All right,
based off.
moderators
of that.
kick Popeye
Cut
out.
off. I'm done.
He's cut him off.
Coors Light got to
Light's
him.
getting him.
Yeah. So me and Cowboy actually made decisions, like I said, based off of how hot it was. So we leave here. We pulled up out of 2 hours north of here to come down to the Yakima area. Rode down. What do we have? 5 of us, I believe, that left that area. It was me,
1, 2, 3,
you,
4.
Sturgis, and
Sturgis Jeff.
Well, there's 4 of us that left our area.
Yeah, and then we had
the other
Baker
2
with
met
us.
up. Yeah.
So we had at least 4 or 5 of us came down. We all met up down here in Yakima. It started to heat up. We all met at a Starbucks here in the Yakima area, and right away
Coffee up.
we started heading over White Pass, which is Highway 12. And so it was heating up 90-something degrees probably by the time we left, and that was early in the morning. And we get up into White Pass, and man, you gain some elevation, and it cooled down right away. So we already were not having to ride in the heat,
Yeah.
just starting out. And White Pass, beautiful road. It was nice and paved. Didn't run in a whole lot of truck traffic. Boy, if you guys live in this area and you haven't ridden White Pass yet, got to do it.
Especially when you hop over the other side and you start coming down
Right.
to the west side and you can see the Mount Rainier.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a beautiful
Yeah.
sight.
In fact, yeah, go to some of our top roads that we've ridden in the area, because that's on there. Like riding the 1, 2, 3, the White Pass, Chinook, and then Sadis. That's those are all on there. We've talked about those before as well.
I'm pulling up. Oh, go ahead. And if we need to pull up Ride Planner, guys, I'll pull it up. And in the show notes, I'll actually put the lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this ends up being. I'll put the actual, you can see it on your screens there. I'll put the actual ride plan that we did from Washington State. Because we did some cool stuff, which we'll
Yeah.
get into. So we took some cool roads and stuff, but I'll definitely put that in a link to Harley Ride Planner to it.
But
in case you want to do it or part of
before
it.
we even get that far, though, I mean, this trip, we almost had a couple of people not make it
Mm.
just because of last minute things. Because I think it was Squid, right, who needed a tire.
Sturgis as well.
Yeah, it was like right before, and they're
Supply
trying, and that
chain
was
issues.
right when, you couldn't find a tire to save your life.
Yep.
And he was actually able to get one, I think, like the day before. we ended up riding
Stur-
out.
Sturgis Jeff was the same way. He was trying to find one, could not find a rear tire. And I don't remember where he ended up finding it, and then had to pick it up and have the dealer put it on. But he could not find a tire anywhere. They just were not in stock at all.
Yep.
What did Squirt end up forgetting at home? They made it like halfway. Remember that? Because then we had Mouse show up, and he was like, he had to turn around and go home real quick. He forgot like a coat, or was it his cut? He forgot something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. He's probably going to
Who forgot something?
Squirt forgot something.
Are you going to cold call him?
Let's cold call Squirt.
Yes.
All right.
Find out what he
Because
forgot.
we were all meeting up in George, Washington.
Yeah,
And
Mouse
we're
showed up,
Yeah,
but
Mouse
where's
showed
Squirt?
up without Squirt. Where the hell's... So, yeah, we had like 6 of us in that actually
and
came
he
down.
said I had to go. He said I had to go. He forgot something at the house, and I can't remember. It was his cut or a coat or something. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. We'll see if he answers.
Stand by.
He knows better than to answer for me because he might end up on a live podcast.
We tried to get Popeye the other day. But
tried to
I was
get
at the
you.
range.
I figured you were at the gym.
Shooting guns, doing American shit.
Doing curls for the girls.
Hi, it's Tanner.
Hi, Tanner.
Hi, Tanner.
Wait, we got to leave a voicemail.
Would you like? I'm Tanner. Would you like to go on a date with me? I'm single and I'm looking for a date.
Anyway, he forgot something, so he ended up bombing back by himself.
Let me know if we need to cold call anybody else. Maybe if he calls back, we'll hear it.
So then we're running late, right?
Yeah.
We're running late, and so I'm bombing, and I just tell the guys, especially Sturgis, because he doesn't like, when I start riding fast, he'll only ride so fast. And so I told him, keep up. And he did pretty good, right, until we rolled into Yakima. Remember what happened coming into Yakima?
That state trooper. Dude, I thought he was going to rear end us.
Yeah, so there's a
He
state
came in
trooper that I
hot.
come up on, and
trying to get
Sturgis
the license
dynamites
plate.
his brakes
He
when he sees the
freaks
troop.
out, yeah.
Yeah, he freaked out about getting a ticket.
Just
And I'm
locked
just
it
like,
up.
well, he's either got us or he doesn't.
Right, it was too late at that point.
And so what was funny is when we got to our lunch destination, Lurch happened to know
I think it was one of my guys, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
And so you called him up just to tell him, to chat with him. And he ends up apologizing to us for cutting us off.
I take it back. It wasn't. It was Paul Woodside. Ryan knows Paul real well. Paul's a canine handler and did interdiction with him for years. So, yeah, it was actually in the Yakima area, but it was Paul.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we get him on
We
the
had just
phone, and
come
he
in.
did. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was pulling over to check somebody out. I totally cut those guys off. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that? It was Paul.
Because then I was
'Cause he
I was screwing with Sturgis because I go, hey, remember the guy you're all worried about that we were barely going over the speed limit and you dynamited the brakes? I go, yeah, actually, he apologized to us.
Nice.
Yeah, because you and Sturgis were the front two.
And then he switched after that.
And he came, the troop came in and cut behind you guys. So we were all
Just behind me because I kept going the same
that's what I'm
speed.
saying. Yeah, so there was 4 other bikes, but that's why it was like, woo.
Looking in the chat
Coming
here,
in hot.
Lane Gustafson says, Ryan, you've got quite the nice studio set up. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's 8.5 years of doing this, and we thank the patron members. They're the reason for our
Absolutely.
patron members are the reason that we can get a studio like this and the equipment and keep putting out content for 8.5 years. So thank you very much for that comment. And we're just monitoring some of them in here. You guys support us per piece of content, so we appreciate it. So go on from there, boys.
So some badass riding up and over White Pass. And where was our where was our lunch stop that day, Cowboy?
But I don't remember.
Jeez.
I was the one who downloaded the notes.
Our lunch spot?
Yeah.
That was the brewery there in Newport.
Nope.
What? Lunch spot? Sorry. It's hard to keep up with the
Astoria.
chat and everything. Oh, Astoria. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Where you guys at? This is why I get brought on these shows. I actually remember this shit.
Well, that's true.
And we went to the
You
Astoria
do
Brewery,
remember.
right?
Are you guys looking to, is that what you're looking for? For where we went to lunch? We'll just pull these up right here. Lunch Astoria Brewing.
That's a good place to go, man.
Yeah.
They
was
had
cool.
So when you go down the west coast of Washington, Oregon, and California, one of the things that you look forward to being out on the coast is seafood, right? And so we were looking for some clam chowder, and I think that, in my personal opinion, right there in Astoria, that was probably the best clam chowder I had on the whole trip.
Yep.
And they've got some good beers. So if you're in that area, I definitely recommend going there. Fort George is another really good one. Fort George Brewery.
Fort George is good.
Oh,
yeah, they've
yeah.
got their Vortex IPA is tasty, and they've got some good food there too. But neat little town. Don't just bomb on through it. Take a little time and check it out.
Are we allowed to say what Brad Johnson used to do there?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he used
retired.
to. So Brad Johnson,
Patron
retired
member.
now, patron member, very supportive of the law-abiding biker. He used to be chief of police there.
Yep. And so we were in direct contact with him. He was actually going to meet up with us down there, but ended up couldn't meet up with us. But I had asked him about Astoria Brewing, and so he said it was a good place, and it was great hospitality, and it was good frickin' clam chowder. And I do remember you guys took off to walk down after lunch, and so with that said, you know what we didn't do?
What?
Lurch is we got off track, but we'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
But I do want to mention the new free video that is out, which will it'll tie in here. Mm-hmm. But it's free on YouTube. It was for sale for a couple years, like we do. We do our full documentary films, and that's our Grand Canyon and Zion National Park motorcycle documentary film that was released on YouTube. I think I released it like last week or 5-6 days ago. Anyways, go to the Law Abiding Biker YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe while you're over there, please, or while you're here live, and check that documentary film amongst many other documentary films. But in edit right now, as we're talking about our West Coast trip, it is in edit. I have that full documentary film in edit. I hope to have it out sometime late summer, more like early fall, just because of we've been so busy and I had some health issues. I'm fine, but I had some health issues earlier in the year that put me behind, and but it is an edit, and so we will be coming out with a documentary film on this trip. So with that said, we love our patron members. Well, I mean, we love our sponsors, right? We love our sponsors, all our paying sponsors, but these folks, like I say, right here, are some of our newest patron members and directly responsible for this live episode happening.
We got Mark Matthews of Windsor, Virginia, Patty Dean of Daytona Beach, Florida, and Bob, I'm going to butcher this, Arbuthnot of Strawberry, Arizona.
Nice. David Wilcox of Factoryville.
Yeah.
Nice. Shannon
Factoryville, what?
It's a state.
Pennsylvania. He doesn't. Do you not know you're a breed? Okay. Jesus.
It's a lot more fun this way.
PA.
So just so you know, if there's the abbreviations in there, Ryan puts those in there. I type it out for you guys.
Yeah, that's nice.
Shannon Arbogast of Daytona. Hey,
did you use Hooked on Phonics?
Jesus.
No, I didn't. I don't believe in it. Wendy Lizak of Ashland, Wisconsin. She's a top tier
That's
member.
actually Wendy Lizak. And I would say that wrong too, but I just know that her husband Chris has been a sponsor or a patron for a long time.
Yep, they're both patron members. Yep.
Now we
top
got
tier.
Steve Irvine of Montgomery, Texas, top tier member. James Robert Clark of Spanaway, Washington, just over the mountain from us, top tier as well. Anders Langholm, maybe of, I think that's how you say it, of Seidels, Denmark. Top tier member.
Stuart Gabish of Mission, BC, Canada. Jack Carver of the United States Military. He's got a FPO address. Bo Knutson of Lamberton, Minnesota. And Bo is top tier.
Lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. Pledge a certain amount per piece of content. No risk to you because you can put a monthly cap. There are benefits such as t-shirts and stickers. You can get into that private Facebook group, which is a troll-free zone. It is nothing but bikers helping bikers. It is the best forum out there right now. I truly believe that. All kinds of rides and meetups going on in there. You get access to live video broadcasts and chat like this normally, podcasts early, access to premium videos up on request, and of course, access to those ride, meetup, and events that we're actually going to talk about.
Hey, can you check the cameras? Haywood says we're out of focus.
Huh?
Can you check the cameras? Because Haywood says we're out of focus.
Oh, well,
It's just how we look, Matt.
just move your mics around or something and get it to pull focus. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Should be. It's your laptop screen is probably trying to focus on your laptop.
I tried to use this keyboard because the other keyboard sucks.
Yeah. Pull those beer cans back too a little bit and see if it'll see if that cleans it up.
No one has beer cans.
No, we won't do that.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
How that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe not. If not, I don't know. But
All right.
all right,
So
there
we're
we
down
go.
in
Yeah,
Astoria.
it's pulling focus now.
Cool.
So yeah, looks good. Thanks, Matt, for letting us know.
Yep, thanks,
Appreciate that.
All right, first 2 hours of the trip down.
Yeah, we are in Astoria, and folks, if you haven't been to Astoria,
It's cool,
nice
man.
little town.
It's cool.
It's right across, or excuse me, right on the Columbia River, and it's kind of on the what do they call that? Where the brackish water area of where the salt. That's what it's called. Where salt water and freshwater meat from the Columbia.
Right.
I got nothing.
So it's right on the opening, the mouth of where the Columbia flows into the Pacific Ocean.
True.
So you get some pretty nasty tides meeting up with currents coming in from the ocean and whatnot. There's
Look
great
cool,
fishing
though.
down there. Yeah. There's good crabbing down there. It's supposed to be a pretty good time down there. We haven't had
Big old
experienced
bridge.
much
That
nightlife.
That bridge is one of the coolest bridges
Yeah, that
around.
big-
It's
big
just
old bridge.
miles long.
Yeah.
and you're going along the water, just over the water level, and then you go straight up.
Yeah.
and over the top of
Yeah,
that thing. And I don't know
stories
about you, but
of
that
it.
always makes me feel a little funny in my nether region going over that tall bridge.
And then it's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
if that's what you like, bridges.
Yeah, I mean, it's my thing.
Astoria's
Go
got
ahead,
some good breweries all along the walk. That's down along that water area. A couple years ago, I was down there with a wife and a friend and his wife, and went to some different breweries and bars down there at night. So actually, I guess I did do one night
little
of
night-
my
little nightlife.
little bit of nightlife, live music and whatnot down there. But a lot of breweries, like I said, down in that the water area, the what would you call that? The pier area,
Yeah.
I guess.
Wasn't the Goonies filmed down
Yeah,
there?
it was. Yeah,
Which we tried to go there.
Yeah.
There's the old museum. It's actually the old county jail there. I forget what county that is.
Is it
Actually,
Clatsop?
let's see if I have it on here.
Clatsop?
Yeah, Clatsop. So the old Clatsop County Jail, which is the site of the breakout scene at the beginning of the Goonies movie, and it's a great photo opportunity. It's now it's the Oregon Film Museum in Astoria. So if you're in Astoria, look it up. We tried to go. What's up?
it's your laptop. You was saying for the focuses.
Oh yeah, because it's getting the back of your laptop. So just pull it as close as you can to you. And it's because you
Or on
guys
your
are.
lap.
It's because you guys aren't all together either.
Too much man meat over
you're
here.
Back far and.
I have no
and,
choice, guys. I'm trying.
Yeah, and it's also the mic stand probably a little bit too. You could handhold, but that's fine.
Need old hands.
You could hold hands. But the Oregon Film Museum in Astoria is,
Cannon Beach.
yeah, check it out. Unfortunately, we went during the height of COVID, and it was still in effect. And so they were only letting in, it was a long line, and they were only letting in 3 people at a time or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
And so unfortunately we got to see the outside of it, and there's the car, what is it, a Jeep
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
old Jeep Grand Cherokee there that you can look at, and it's the original one, and it has whatever they were eating in the back, and so it's kind of a fun place. So check that out if you're down in Astoria. And now that COVID is official, I don't know what they're doing down there,
I don't
but
know what Oregon's up to.
yeah, we don't know what Oregon's up to, but check it out. It's worth it. Oh, and the cool thing was, you guys, and I don't know. Let us look. Just looking at chat. Keep monitoring that, but it should be better with your laptop not right up in the camera now. So, anyhow, I have no idea what I was going to say.
I don't know.
You
We did
lost me.
something. You were saying that we were all doing something.
You guys walk down, and that'll be a money shot because I actually already pulled
Oh,
it.
when you're flying the drone.
Yeah, so you guys walked down to the pier.
Yeah.
I stayed up to get the drone shots of Astoria, which are some amazing shots because Astoria is a cool town because
Goes up
it
the
goes
hill.
up
Yeah,
in the hill and then
yeah.
it comes right down to the water. And these guys took off and they said they were going for a walk. I actually didn't know where they were going.
We did a chapter photo down by the pier.
That's right. You guys ended up
we're
down on
losing
the
bones.
pier,
Yeah.
but I didn't know where they were going, and so I got some of the shots for the documentary film, and I actually ended up finding them. I was just like flying the pier, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's the guys. And so I came in on you guys and got a great pull out shot.
Yeah, if you look
What the hell are you doing? Not supposed to pull out.
leaving the Popeye to pick up on that one.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, if you look at my,
I knew it was coming. Oh God, dude, this is ridiculous.
if you look at
man.
that Sony footage, I got your drone.
Yeah.
when you came buzzing us.
you picked it.
Yeah, I filmed it. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Awesome.
buzzing the tower.
All right, move on from there, boys.
Well, by this time, so the one thing I'll say about like the next 3 days as well, by this time, it's 115 degrees at home. In the next probably 4 or 5 days. It
Ooh, it
never
was
heats
perfect,
up
man.
beyond 60 degrees,
Oh,
65,
yeah, it was
probably
great.
65 degrees. We're riding along, the water the whole time. We came inland here. We'll talk about it. But in a few days, we came inland and it heated up to about 90. But we were
Yeah.
only inland because we had to be. And that was, maybe 45 minutes, an hour or something like
Right,
that. And then we
yeah.
got back along the coast. So by this time, we're loving life. We've got friends and family are posting on Facebook or texting us talking about how it's 115. The AC can't keep up back home. And it's 60, 65 degrees.
It's great timing.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people from inland California that were flooding out to the beach
Right.
area. I mean, San Francisco was crazy busy because everybody's trying to get some air conditioning or get somewhere cooler.
And by this time, we're riding, we hit the 101. And the 101 will actually, I don't know how far south it goes. It goes at least to San Francisco. And then does it end, it might end at
Did you
San
talk about
Francisco.
Cowboy's new bike?
No. We don't care. Cowboy got a new bike.
No, Popeye's
So-
here, so it's all about Popeye talking. So we just breeze on by everything else.
You notice he's not looking up the show notes. He's just
Clearly
Yeah,
not.
Popeye's just going.
Clearly not. He's just jumping around.
And it's funny, we just had this conversation
Right.
when we stopped and had food, and he goes, I go back and watch these, and I go, man, I should shut up more and let
No, but
somebody
it's
else
when I'm
talk.
trying to talk
and then
over
he
somebody.
just keeps talking.
Anyways, you
Lord.
Cowboy
Yeah.
did get a new bike, and because before that you were rocking the
Street Bob, first year on a touring, first trip.
so he's rolling on his new Street Glide.
2017 Street Glide,
Yeah.
and it picked up. Yeah,
Why are you pointing at me?
Because the reason I love that doing these live and having the chat in there is that,
Oh, yeah.
obviously we don't know everything and sometimes we just have brain farts and can't come up with it. But Ian Lloyd says 101 ends in downtown LA.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, okay. So you can keep going. We did take it back into the backside of San Fran, but before that you were riding before this on
2014
on the
Street
Sturgis
Bob.
trip was the Street Bob.
Bob.
Tell us a little bit about the change there.
So it's a little bit,
A little bit more comfortable.
Cruise control's nice. Having the big fairing. It's just, I like there's anything with bikes. There's the look and just that feel. Like I like the Street Bob. I felt way cooler riding the Street Bob.
You didn't feel cooler, but you.
Well, I felt, it's a fun little bike that I really liked.
All right,
Sounded good.
this is boring. Let's get back to me talking.
Yeah.
No, it is not. Jesus. You want me to let me know? I can hit
not
mute.
about bikes.
I can hit mute.
It's a good thing.
Mute on the red mic. Mute on the red mic.
Any of moderators want to just kick him out?
Yeah, no doubt. Please don't.
They kicked me out of here. They kicked me off the mic.
Popeye's only got 10 YouTube channels because he keeps signing up with new accounts so he can chat. He's subscribed to me 10 times, so 10 of my subscribers are Popeye.
We're trying to get to 200,000 viewers.
We help whatever way we can.
Speaking of, that's a good point
Yes.
because we are waiting. I am going to release the Sturgis documentary is for sale right now. Yeah, you can just go to lawabidingbiker.com/ride-now. That's where all our documentaries sit. But the Sturgis one is an awesome documentary. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah.
And it's still for sale for only $7.95. Well worth it. I think anybody that's seen it, the comments we've got in the
it's great.
reviews.
I think you undervalue yourself, but sometimes.
I know.
Yeah, folks.
I just want-
what
and
I
if
would
you-
say is was Lab close to 9 years now, right?
Yep.
And so you've been making videos probably the last 6, 7 years, maybe on rides, some of
Yeah,
them 6 years
yeah.
or something. Each one gets a little bit better. The Sturgis one is his best work yet. I mean, he just keeps
Thanks,
getting better
bro.
and better.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what this Cali one is going to be because we had multiple videos on the Cali crew. So Cowboy and Lurch were both videoing for it as well. It wasn't just Ryan. Usually it's just Ryan.
Yep.
But
We had extra film guys now. We
the
got
Sturgis crew or the Sturgis video is awesome.
In the Sturgis, 2 Street Bobs enter, 1 comes home.
Oh yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, no
it's
doubt.
Worth it. It's worth it.
And speaking of the subscribers, that's where I was going with that is I'm going to release the Sturgis documentary for free on this YouTube channel once we hit 200,000 subscribers. Woo! So until then, it's just going to stay if you want it now for $7.95 and you can watch it now. But once we hit 200K, I will release that. And then, of course, we've got the West Coast trip in edit. And then it will be for sale for probably, apparently, my chief operations officer says I undervalue myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I do too, but I just want as many people to get it as they can. So I'll try to keep it reasonable and around the same price.
I see you in the chats. I see you people. I see how it is. They're here for the guns. No one cares about the little guy in the middle. I see how it is.
So you're
good time. Anyway.
So speaking of your bike, your Street Glide, Cowboy.
So good.
Cowboy is going to. He rode it down here from Wenatchee to the Yakima, Washington area, where we're located outside the Washington or Yakima area, and he's going to ride our 2016 Dyna Lowrider S back to Wenatchee. Do you need me to stop right now?
No, hour?
Huh?
It's ours?
Well, it's Law Abiding Biker Media's bike.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I like this
Everybody
talk.
rides it.
I like this talk.
Yeah. We've also got our
Town whore.
2007 Night Train. Yeah.
Night Train.
But he rode a Street Glide down here. He's going to ride our Dyna Lowrider S back because he's got just the regular Street Glide. And I took my regular out of my 14 Street Glide. I took my Boombox 6.5 GT out. I finally broke down and I put the new Boombox GTS in my bike. And because he helps film, he's one of the film crew. Because he's part of the film crew, I'm giving him my older 6.5 GT, and we're going to take out his 4.3 non-touchscreen. So he's leaving his bike with me and Lurch. We're going to do that.
I'm going to ride the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, we're going to just, that thing's going to have so many miles on it. And we're going to fit it for him.
I'm still under 5K on that.
You were.
What the
Yeah, you'd be 10K when we're done. But we're going to fit it with the 6.5 touchscreen GT before this trip. And we're also putting somebody just left a $20 donation. If you guys
Super chat.
a super
Dave
chat.
Thompson, thank you, sir.
Thank you guys. Amazing. If you want to drop us a donation and do a super chat, that's amazing. Thank you so much for that. And we can go ahead and
Hey, and Busky says,
thank you, Dave Thompson. How's it cutting off his? It's cutting off his name for me. Oh, because I don't have my chat wide enough. Thank you for.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's
David
what she
Thompson.
said. David Thompson. Thank you so much for the super chat. If anybody else, we appreciate the super chat so much. The other thing,
sorry, I got to do a shout out because I got a comment finally.
Yeah, finally.
It
He's got-
wasn't.
he's
Yeah,
got
it wasn't
one follower.
Popeye.
One follower.
Thanks, Busky. Appreciate.
we have
the
a
comment,
follower.
buddy.
We have a follower for Cowboy. Everybody,
Hey, those dance moves. They
he does. You
they
get to
come
do
in
it.
handy. Yeah.
If you want to see the documentaries, if you want to see Cowboy dance, he's a dancer, and he often makes documentaries dancing. So
Got to make it. Thanks, buddy.
yeah,
Appreciate the comment.
Ross Tomes.
We had a question in there from Jose Vasquez. If I join the group, do I have to ride a Harley? Well, that's an interesting question, and I'll
Yeah.
give you two different answers.
Wait, before you answer that,
What?
I want to finish. Answer it. No, it's good timing.
Okay.
Then I'll follow back.
Then
up.
you'll circle back.
Yeah,
put a
I'll
pin in it?
circle back.
Okay.
Who says that? I'll circle back on that.
Jose did. Oh,
Circle back on that. No, it's
that'd
the
be
it'll
Kamala.
be forgotten.
No, Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
circle back. I'll circle
And
back.
she never circles
and she
back.
never circles
She never
back.
comes back around, but we will come back
Never
around.
gives a reach around.
Oh, Ryan gives a great reach around, so we will come back around. Jose, no, you don't have to ride a Harley to be part of the law-abiding biker revolution. I mean, it's anything on two wheels. It's just, we don't care, right? We're all about motorcycles. When it comes to our Sworn Few chapter, that's a law enforcement motorcycle club. It's American-made bikes.
That's separate from
That's
Law Abiding
separate.
Biker Media.
It's completely separate. It's something we do. And most of the guys around here are part of that. In fact, I think all are really, truthfully. But when it comes to the club, yeah, we ride American-made bikes. So anything American-made, Indian, Harley. But when it comes to being a law-abiding biker,
To be a patron member, we
you
don't
can ride whatever you
can ride
want.
a sports
You
bike.
can ride a Grom.
Yeah, you can ride a Grom. We have guys riding.
Good old Groms.
When we have our patron member meetups, we have guys riding all kinds of bikes.
Absolutely.
Honda Gold Wings, you can ride. I mean, we don't care.
No,
Yeah.
knees
We're
in the
not.
breeze, buddy.
Yeah, as long as your knees are in the breeze, we support the entire motorcycle community as a whole. You can ride. We ride adventure here. I have a dual sport. I have a KLR 650 out here, sitting out here with the rest of the bikes. And some of the other guys have adventure bikes. So we don't care to be a patron member or be part of the Law Abiding Biker community as a whole, even if you're not a member. We don't care. We're just glad you're here, and we're glad you love the sport of motorcycling. We love dirt bikes. Any form that you want to ride in, as long as you're having fun, it's free in your soul. and making your life better, and you're meeting other bikers, like-minded bikers. That's what we're all about here. If you're new to what Law Abiding Biker Media is all about. So yeah, good question. And to finish, are you going? Are you making a run? Grab me just, whatever flavor's in there. But Lurch is making a run for some drinks here.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We haven't finished day one, and we're hour in. So
ridiculous.
This is going good.
This is going good.
Finished day one. We're at lunch on day one.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. We're
dude.
not even done with day one.
And I was going to finish up with the other thing that I'm Cowboy's leaving his bike down here is we had a company. I'm not going to name the company yet because we're trying to work out something with them for us to do it. But they sent us, as we have shelves of stuff here at Law Abiding Biker Media that companies send us. But a lot of them want us just to promote it for free or whatever. But obviously we're going to try. We believe in their product. We've done a lot of stereo system installs, amps, speakers on the YouTube channel, and we have a lot of for sale videos over at lawabidingbiker.com/buy videos. Our more premium, 95% of our content's for free, but we do sell some, obviously, to keep the lights on. But some of those are stereo installs, and we have a brand new system. It's an amp, and again, I'm not going to name the company yet, but it's an amp and front speakers, and they are a good company, I believe, but I want to hear it. We don't promote stuff until we actually touch it, taste it, smell it.
Tested.
Yeah, tested, and put our decibel meter on it and do all the testing that we do. Lurch and I will be doing that to his bike. So he's getting out of here with a brand new, well, not a brand new boombox, but an upgraded boombox.
Lightly used.
It's better than what I got.
Brand new stereo system and amp. And I gave Cowboy, I had Climb.
Carlsbad
gentle used Climb jacket, Carlsbad jacket and pants, because I upgraded to the newest version of those. So there you go.
Pays to be the same size as the man.
Exactly, dude. Popeye was asking, why don't I ever get shit? I'm like, look at you, dude. Nothing I own would fit you. Nothing that I own would fit you.
Petite woman size.
Yeah, that's about what it is.
Nothing fits you.
Thank you, Lurch.
Look at your shirt.
You're welcome.
Lurch brought me
What'd you say about
a
my
new
shirt?
beverage.
Got you another girly
My
pop.
shirt doesn't fit me.
Yep, same thing you're drinking.
Medium.
What'd you get yourself? Do
Medium.
you have to look at it?
Yeah. He
okay. All right.
He's retired now. He doesn't have to think that
He
far.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Who's this G-off guy?
He's not, huh?
Who's G-off?
That'd be Jeff, but
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Sturgis.
I was probably talking
We're
into
glad
the-
you're healthy.
Oh,
G-off
Sturgis.
got cleared
Yeah.
by the doc.
Glad you're healthy, buddy.
Yeah, we're at not even through day one.
Nope, haven't even made it to Newport yet.
Yeah, so if we want to talk about that bullet point,
let's,
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Sturgis Jeff
Yeah,
was.
let's do it.
We were curious if he was going to be able to make the ride. He had some
Major medical issues.
Major medical issues, exactly, that he had to go through, and only a year and a half outside of retirement.
Freaking stubborn old SOB.
Oh yeah, doing well now, still doing well, but yeah, he had to get cleared kind of before he could go, and so he was. He got to go on the ride with us, and it was pretty cool to have him out. We're out at a bar when we first rolled in that first night into San Fran, and it's like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
And Sturgis, like I say, having just recovered from this major medical episode, he's out with us.
Yeah, I
Dude,
know.
he hung the whole time.
Yep.
Like
early.
I mean, he. I think you could tell he would get tired on some of those long days, but I mean, he never once was like, I'm just gonna go back to my room.
Yep.
He hung out the whole time. I mean, that
I was
dude-
so glad to have him
dude's
with
a
us. I was really worried.
tough SOB.
He is a tough.
he was
son of
pedaling a
bitch.
bike. We rented
Well,
bikes at one point, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
but
we haven't got
they're
that far
supposed to
yet.
be battery
We're jumping
operated.
4 days ahead.
No, I'm not going to.
Go ahead.
telling you.
I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you about it.
I'm just going to do a little part about it.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Okay.
We're not going to jump
It
in.
relates. It relates. All you jackasses, shut up. Let me tell this.
In fact, if you become a patron member, you could get this into your account on the backside, and then
Yeah,
you could
that's
listen to
right.
the story whenever you wanted to. If
true.
you just waited,
It's true.
Anyways, keep going. I'm done.
So anyway, Newport. so
Hey,
that happened.
real quick. I want to, Gary Jackson in chat says, which is a good comment. Gary Jackson's a patron member and a moderator. He says, at Matt Couchman, trike numbers are growing too. He's talking about when we're talking about we support everybody, the unsanctioned rides. There's a lot of rides that are in the patron member group, in the private Facebook group, that we aren't at. The members are just setting them up all over the U.S. and hopefully around the world. Eventually we'll get some out of country meetup kind of stuff. But he says the numbers are growing too. They're welcome as well. Knees in the breeze. There are trikes and spiders and more in the unsanctioned meetup in Wisconsin last year.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
it's all
see,
good.
there you go. Doesn't matter what you're riding in that private. Just if you want to be in that private Facebook group, get involved with those folks. There you go. I like to get those comments in there. So, all right, somebody pick it up from there. I'm getting parched.
So anyway, yeah, I get anybody else want to pick it up?
Oh, no, you're doing a great job.
Doing a great job.
You're in it. Go for it, Popeye.
So we, after we got done looking at the Goonies Museum, if you want to call it that, continued down the 101, and our ultimate destination that day was for Newport, Oregon. We ended up getting in there late.
Per usual.
Oh yeah, it's usually and part of the thing was is that we've introduced more drone footage, nowadays,
Right.
And so that
More footage, period, but
More
especially
footage, period.
drone because
Yeah.
you're the drone. Popeye's the. What are you pointing at?
Look at your chat, my friend.
So plus
you can always
got,
pick it up, too.
Plus you got more camera people now too. So like Ryan takes a while when we stop and have lunch or whatever, and then you got me who has no idea what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to do the best Ryan I can do, and I take even longer. Because that was that this lunch or the next lunch? I actually dropped my camera in the ocean, and you guys were all loaded up, ready to go, and I'm freaking out because
I'm going to give you a top tip. Just walk around with the camera and don't even turn it on. Nobody will know what you're doing. Ryan will think you're busy.
Right.
Well, no, you guys load up and go, and it's just like so. It takes time.
It does.
because we're filming. It takes time. It's not just hey, let's just hop on the bike
And then
and
to
roll,
set up
is what
a
I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yep.
to set up a shot for
Right.
the drone footage and whatnot. We got to pick spots
Popeye's
out.
in charge of that. I fly the drone. I do all the drone footage, but Popeye is
He yells at us to
He's
make sure
become
we're in line.
the
Yeah.
official director to get
Yeah.
everybody because he knows the shots I need, and
Parade
we've kind of
master.
become a pretty good team as
Yeah.
far as. But it still takes time to get the gear out. But we're getting quicker at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
getting quicker. You direct everybody. I get the stuff set up, and it's go time.
And what's funny
He
about it
directs.
is,
He yells a lot.
He yells.
We just
I give orders. It's my job at work. Give
It is,
orders. So anyway, I used to be opposed to this, all the filming and stuff when we first started this 7-8 years ago. It's like, come on, get your camera, put it away. Let's go. We're on a motorcycle ride here. And then we just saw how awesome it is when you get that finished product. And so I've kind of taken it on a little bit. Yeah, when we come across a spot that I think would be a very cool drone shot to pull over, I'll go ask Ryan, hey, what do you think about this spot? And we set something up, and it's worked out pretty well.
sure.
And before we go on, I think we need to give a little shout out here, don't we, Ryan?
Yeah, we do. I want to thank Carrie Carrasco. Unbelievable. A $50
Crush it.
super chat. Unreal right here in the live chat. We appreciate that so much, guys. It is that kind of support that has kept us going for going on 8.5, 9 years now of podcasts and videos. We just couldn't do it without support of the patron community and donations.
You
Don't
need
worry.
some donations after he breaks his laptop.
After he breaks the company laptop, we're going to need some more donations to buy Lurch a new company laptop. But at least he didn't spill beer on it. But thank you so much, Carrie Carrasco, for that. Back to you. Back to you in the studio.
Back to you live.
Thanks, yeah.
So we rolled into Newport that evening, and Newport was where we went down to the Newport Brewery. Was it Newport Brewery? Is that what it was called, down for dinner?
Yes.
I can look right on here.
Yeah, we don't. He's just making shit up.
So we stayed at the Hallmark Resort.
didn't we?
Oh, that's right.
So the Hallmark was a nice one,
folks.
folks. If you're ever in that area, here's the only thing I will
Well,
throw
that was
this
that
out.
fancy
is
hotel.
Hallmark,
Throw it out.
Hallmark was expensive.
That was a fancy
and a lot
place.
of times on these freaking rides, we get in late and we are up early. So Ryan and Matt love to book nice, expensive hotels. I am
For
much
like
more.
8 hours.
These
You
guys
get
want to
8
stay at a
hours.
Super 8 or some kind of Motel 6.
I like a nice shower
cheap bastards.
to wash up in, bro.
Yeah, and I'm usually at the hotel for like 4 hours. They might be there for 8, and I'm there for 4.
You might be there,
That's
not
true.
at all.
Might not
Actually,
be.
You just put your luggage in there and then you leave.
Yeah, no, he walks in to grab his helmet and then he leaves again.
I gotta have a place to put my shit, right? And I don't want to stay at like a trash hotel, but I don't need to stay at the highest end hotel. So sometimes, finding that spot in between. But I'll tell you what, the Hallmark, if you guys ever are down in that area and looking for a spot right on the freaking beach, overlooks the ocean, amazing views. If you're with somebody other than Cowboy, maybe it'd be a little bit more romantic. I was getting in the mood a little bit after a few drinks.
We had a great balcony view. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
But it's a great spot. So we showed up late into town. We'd already had a spot that we knew we were going to go down there to the brewery for dinner, and we'll walk down there. Walk to dinner.
Yeah, we couldn't get into our original place, which was George's Beachside Grill, which is part of the hotel. Because of COVID and limited reservations.
That's right.
We couldn't get in there. So we hoofed it into town.
And Oscar did not go with us. Oscar didn't go, and
did quite a few people that didn't. Oh, for dinner?
For the food challenge.
Oh.
Oscar didn't go. We're going to have him do the...
that's right. There's some place there at the Newport Cafe. They got like an 8-pound burger.
At the Newport Cafe. And if Oscar was going to go, of course, we're going to get that in the documentary film.
But
Oscar did not go on this ride, correct?
He didn't. Yeah. No, and that's why we bagged that and didn't do that. So, yeah. Where did we end up eating? Does anybody remember for sure?
No, I don't even really recall.
No. And I don't have it.
We walked into downtown Newport.
I'll see if I can dig it up.
The Tap House. We went to the Tap House. It's right here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Jesus. Right in the freaking notes.
Hey, look, it's like you're organized or something, Ryan. Jeez.
Yeah, I did see it in I know. Look at that. Imagine that. I have notes right there. So, yeah.
Why is Stopped in Beaver for gas significant?
What's that?
Oh, just because it's a funny name. There's a town.
We stopped in Beaver.
Because I was trying to.
The Beaver stop?
When I saw that, I thought it was the gas station we did right before, was it San Fran? Where a super long day, then we stopped at that like hill gas station. Do you guys remember that?
No.
God, it's okay.
Fake news.
But I will tell you, it was hot in Beaver. It was stinky in Beaver.
If I recall, it was a little bit.
Stop staring at me, Ryan.
It was humid in Beaver.
Moist.
It was.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It was sticky.
It was. It was
sticky.
Anyway, so everybody came to our balcony that night
in Beaver. I felt good in Beaver. I just
kind of felt like home.
I think that's why we.
Oh my gosh!
We're very immature here on this. If this is your first event with us,
we apologize.
We don't apologize actually, because we have a lot of fun and we're never going to grow up.
No.
We're never going to grow up because once you grow up, you die. So can't do that. All right. So we finished the night on the balcony of Popeye's room with the boys. Oh, that was a nice night, though.
It was.
Ian said, "So you guys pulled out a beaver?"
We pulled out. There you go. Drum roll for Ian.
Thank you, Ian Lloyd.
2 drum rolls for Ian
That
Lloyd.
was our bad, Ian.
We did eventually
shouldn't have pulled out.
Pulled out a beaver. We did. Yep. Yeah, we could. And I think that's why I put the beaver in the notes. And I think we were making those jokes while we were there.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Where the hell did we get the cigars? We must have brought them with us.
I did. I always bring cigars.
No. We brought them with us. You guys smoked them.
You always just ask us, did you bring cigars? Yes, we brought cigars, Popeye.
In fact, I think I had one, and Lee's like, "Oh, you got another?" No, here. I just gave it to you.
Whatever. Bullshit.
But it was a beautiful evening.
True facts.
Not in bed too late. Night 1 by midnight.
No,
How about that?
Pretty,
Yeah, let's
pretty
do
tame
this.
night for Popeye.
Popeye.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey, bikeaholics searching for a new and exciting
radio voice.
motorcycle products. Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out our wide variety of innovative products for Harley-Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding, which we love to do, of course. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check out your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Ciro or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged. So check out Ciro 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for all your new Honda Gold Wings. Better yet, help support us and head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of Ciro 3D products.
God, that radio voice is really coming in rich.
like that?
He's a little rusty. He's a little rusty, but
man.
he did well. He worked through it. You worked
That's a
through
long one, though. I'm not going to lie.
Are you parched after that one?
Well, you
That's a
changed it
long
just
one.
a hair on me too.
It's
Yeah.
actually not that long if you just read it straight through.
You changed it. You changed a
It's the
little
radio
bit.
I didn't.
voice. the
No,
radio
there's a
voice.
few little.
We added the gold stripe.
The gold stripe.
Yeah,
That's
there's
been
a
there
few
for the last
different
year.
things.
But I don't know if he's ready.
I haven't been down here. It's
been a while.
It's
It
been
has
a long
been.
time since we've went live.
It has been.
Corey's doing Ciro next podcast.
Let's do it.
Yep. Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Didn't have my radio voice prepared.
Going
Well,
to.
Corey was just
And
saying
yet
you
it
have a face
worked
for
out.
radio.
Just worked out, though.
All right, day
Did my
2.
best.
Let's roll into it. Let's
Woo,
day 2. Day
It was
2.
amazing. Day 2 is amazing.
Dude, is that the day almost died?
Who wants
Or
to-
was it day 3?
Day 3.
I think it was day 3.
Day
almost
3.
died. Yeah.
Go ahead. Who wants to start it?
Anyway.
Well, taking on Newport, we wanted to get
I'm
some
chatting
good-
with hot chicks in the chat.
Oh, good. Good for you.
We've got one?
Since when?
It's Ross Tomes. Ross got a good sense of humor, so that's why I had to take a little poke. He's got some funny, witty little things he puts in there. Anyways,
He does.
Newport. We're getting ready to leave Newport. We wanted to get some footage of a lighthouse, and as you can imagine, out on the beach, sometimes it's foggy. So we
Sometimes.
most time, every time, pretty much every day. So it was, I don't know what, 50, 60 degrees or something like that, and we rolled out to one of the closest lighthouses there in Newport, and we couldn't see more than about 10 feet in front of our face.
It's always that way in the morning on the coast.
Yeah.
Especially the Oregon, Washington coast.
You know what the other thing was about Newport? Wasn't Newport where all the damn zombies were walking around? And we caught the limo.
No.
No, that's
Nope,
Eureka.
that was
Yeah,
Eureka.
that's Eureka.
Eureka is the
That's where we took
pimp
the-
limo.
Let's put a pin.
That's Eureka.
Yeah, it's in call notes.
Let's put a pin in that.
Okay.
You didn't.
in.
Did you circle back earlier?
Did I circle back?
Did you circle back? You said you're going to circle back, and I said we always circle back.
I told you we were going to forget. We didn't even know we're circling back on now.
You were talking about Sturgis Jeff and the bicycles. You were going to talk about him doing the app and
Anywho,
all that.
yeah, I don't want to guess too far off track.
We're going to Eureka this day.
But we did go out to. We found the close. Yakina,
Yakina
Yaquina
lighthouse.
head lighthouse, and we tried to get the drone up, but with all the
Actually, I got
fog
some
and stuff,
cool
did
shots.
you get some? Because when you came down, that sucker
I looked at
was
some of the
wet.
footage, but it shows. Oh no, it's still really foggy, but it shows it, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
There was a
and I'll be able to clean it up and edit a little bit.
Oh, good.
But it actually was kind of cool.
There's a couple. The lighthouse was actually closed because they were doing some repair on
Yeah.
the walk out to it. They're moving some dirt around. So there's two dudes on a gator and they're moving dirt back and forth.
It's
So-
nice that they tell you that when you enter the gate,
Right.
And they say, "Hey,
They
by the
charge
way, when
you.
you get down there,
It's closed.
you're fucked."
Yeah.
because it's closed. But thanks for your money.
Yeah.
We all had the parks pass, the
Right.
national parks pass, so you can get in any national.
annual
Yeah,
pass.
but annual.
If you're going to hit more than one or two a year, it's worth it. It pays for itself.
And if you haven't listened before in the past, for those who are veterans, we have a lot of them on this.
That's right.
That listen to us. That is free. You don't need to get a pass.
Oh, that is free,
When
you're
you
right.
show up at the gate, you just show that you're a veteran.
Bring,
you need to have some type
credentials.
of government ID, whether that's a VA card or retired. Here in Washington, they have a little thing down in the corner that says veteran, and you just got to show that, and you get in for free.
Yep. Nice. Shout out to all our veterans and those that have served in the armed forces. Thank you so much. And that's a good benefit. Thanks for reminding us of that. So move on.
Unfortunately, we got down there. The damn thing was closed, but we got a little bit of good footage.
But you can walk down too. That's where me and Squirt went.
You walk down to
You
the
can
water.
walk down and go.
You couldn't go down the pathway to the lighthouse. Did you go around one side or the other?
I'm reading ahead.
Are you? Okay.
No, so the lighthouse went to the right. If you go left, there's stairs that went down, and you can walk along the
He's
rocks
down.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
you're
like
down
that.
playing in the tide pools with the kids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ian
Squirt
Lloyd
with me, so it made sense.
at Popeye. Check out the cool ride from Huntington Beach to Silverado Canyon, all in OC, Orange County.
yeah.
So that's from Ian Lloyd in chat for you, just so you know that. All right, moving on.
So after dicking around there at the lighthouse, we finally took off and headed south. And this is one of those little places that you just kind of come across. When we're planning these trips, we try to find we try to plan out our lunch spots, and sometimes, when you get out in the middle of nowhere, it can be kind of hard to find. But we found this Gold Beach barbecue.
Oof, that place was sweet.
It was
Awesome.
legit. But
Man, that
when
was
Ryan and I
cool.
looked at it on the Google Maps, it didn't look like
really
much.
it didn't show
do
you that it
justice.
was down in a.
Well, the
in a-
restaurant looks like it's in a strip mall,
Yeah,
like
right.
in a corner
It
of a
looked
strip
like
mall. But
a mini mart gas station
Yeah.
kind of place.
but man, it was good. That was a cool place.
And it turned out the guy was a retired Leo, and I can't remember where he's from. Was he up in Washington? No, down California, I believe.
Cali.
And then he moved
Cali.
north.
Cali.
Yeah, moved north.
And he had to have been pushing 80 because he was telling us about.
Well, I don't know if he was that old.
I don't think he was
I was
that
gonna say
old.
late
70s?
60s.
He
Okay,
was older.
let's go 70.
Because he was older, but
Yeah.
I remember we were saying
was
what
a
a big
big
dude he
human.
was.
He was a
Like,
large man.
This is a
human.
guy who you probably would have been cracking skulls, during fights back in the day. Because
Yeah, he's
it's
a-
still at his older age.
His advanced age?
Advanced age, yeah. Still a big dude.
Dude, he's huge. But
Yeah.
the staff, everybody was super cool there. Like that was a really nice lunch spot.
It was, and by the way, we did ride there from Newport, and
We did?
Yeah, we did. We
Okay.
kind of just went straight to lunch. Cool thing is, we just don't follow notes here.
I mean, let's see. If we look at the notes, we went, pretty much straight to lunch.
So I'll talk about it a little bit,
All
but
right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go,
it's
Ryan,
kind of
go,
cool
go.
riding the Oregon coast. And I do remember that morning, and we have some cool footage of it. But with the Oregon coast, you're either going to get probably fog in the morning, or you're going to get pissed on, or it's going to
Yeah.
be misting. So we got pretty lucky that morning, and we did hit fog because I've got some shots of it, but it was really cool. For whatever reason, we did have to put the jackets on and stuff like that. That's pretty
yeah.
typical for the Oregon coast. It's just good to give, if you haven't ridden the Oregon coast, be ready for that. It's not like a lot of the California coast parts, especially as you get south. It's a different kind of weather, but I remember breaking out of the fog, and then the sun coming through some of the fog. There's just something about it. It's
awesome.
it's awesome, especially after us coming out of the triple digits in the dry Eastern Washington desert, to feel just that cool air and a little bit of fog. And then you'd break out and it'd be sunny, and then you'd be back into the fog just a little bit. And like I say, the sun trying to break through the fog, about 55 or 60 degrees, nice cool morning ride to wake up on our way to our lunch spot at Gold Beach
real-
Barbecue.
And
So
real quick.
That's
yeah,
usually what we do when we follow the notes. So
Real quick here. Yeah, right.
sorry,
You
Lurch.
keep it up. You're going to be
your
doing this
boss
show
is
by
a dick.
yourself.
Yeah.
I told you.
Apparently, I need to. I need to. So
is great.
We don't have a name on this, but Hey Trap, he also says that barbecue place is the bomb.
I think
And
that's
that he-
Henry Trap, if I remember
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
And that
It's-
he eats there during his salmon trip.
Oh, what
all
bar?
the time.
The
Gold Beach.
Gold Beach Barbecue. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, better announce, we got another
yes.
donation here
Go ahead. Shout it out.
from Claus Benz.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat.
$20. Thank you, sir.
$20
Much
in
appreciated.
euro.
That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
that's right. Much
That's $1
appreciated.
million
better than
in US.
zero.
I don't know what that is.
$1 million.
So it's $21.97. Thank you. It's $21.97 in US dollars. Thank you, Klaus. I hope I say that.
Klaus.
Klaus Benz. Thank you for that super chat. You guys,
Oh, you guys are killing it.
Freaking killing it. And it's so amazing. So amazing. Awesome. All right.
Actually, Popeye's OnlyFans account right now. It's blowing
Oh, yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. The OF is doing me well these days. Early retirement for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Just- and moving on. Like, not even. Nope.
Early
Shows off
retirement,
his
my ass.
biceps.
Yeah, right.
Wow. That call note or that trip note doesn't even make sense. Popeye getting responsible.
Oh, what? Is that impossible?
Must be a misprint.
Yeah,
Definitely,
that can't be right.
Siri.
That can't be right.
No, yeah, it's not. It's not right. So we talked about Gold Beach Barbecue, right?
Yep.
Retired Leo stopped by there along the way, guys.
Ooh, don't forget, don't skip over that squirt and mouse one.
Oh yeah, why
That's
don't you?
imperative.
Well, then go for it. Don't tell me not to skip over it. You go.
So on this trip, we figured out that Squirt and Mouse, this was their first trip that they were both full-fledged patch members. So we kind of talk about that
the Sworn
for the
Few
Sworn Few. So
Motorcycle Club.
it's separate than law abiding, but a lot of us are all of us are members, and this ride is for our club, which is Sworn Few Active LEO or some retired guys when they decide to do that. But it was their first trip. So naturally, an alcohol challenge at some point was determined to be. Yeah, it just comes. That's just it. So that was.
Like I said, we're very responsible here.
Oh yeah,
very responsible folks here.
So something came up. We're like, hey, we got to do something this trip. So that'll come up. I think day. What's that? Like 6 or 7.
I think
we finally hash it out. So you want to stay tuned for that. But
definitely want to hear that.
Yeah. So that was good. Those two guys, man. It was nice having them there.
I will say Popeye decided to get a little bit responsible because I talked to him about his alcohol intake. And
no, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
And
you said do it more.
You actually, when we stopped for gas, I made you pull out your vodka bottle
from the night
before just to verify, and it was only half empty or half full, whichever way you go.
It was only a pint.
So Popeye was getting very responsible. Yes, and so yes,
airport bottle.
That's very airport bottle. My ass.
I didn't know Costco sold airplane bottles.
That's what I call them.
Yeah, that's what he calls them. Yeah, no shit. No shit.
God.
So we got into the armpit.
Not like I was the only one drinking off of it either.
Mm-hmm. Justify it. So we get into the armpit of California. I shouldn't say that.
But you did twice. But you did twice on a recorded line. So
we just got another super chat. Thank you so much.
Mike Audi.
Mike Audi. Thank you.
Oh my God! Take this guy's mic away.
Yeah, take his mic away. Mike Audi, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. So the armpit of California, and if you live in Eureka, please forgive me. I'm sorry. We could say that about the armpit of Washington
because we live in it.
Yakima. Okay, I'm just saying Eureka is kind of a lot like Yakima in some ways.
Sure.
It's got its really rough parts, but then it's got its super multi-millionaire parts too. I don't know if Eureka has that. We're in the downtown area, but I'm sure in the outskirts, just like every town, you've got good areas and bad areas. Yeah. So please, if you're from Eureka, but stay in downtown. We stayed there before. We stayed at Eureka last time we were down there, didn't we, Popeye? We stayed.
We did. Yeah, that was pretty funny because we rolled in and it had been 7 or 8 years and leading the group coming in there, I'm having flashbacks and I'm like, man, this place looks familiar. How the drive through, it's got like a covered area that you can drive through, to the main office, and kept looking around. I'm like, well, I think we've been here. And so I started asking a couple of the other guys, because most of us did not go on that last ride. And so I started asking guys who had went on that last ride, does this look familiar to you guys? And then, it was determined, this is the exact same place that we'd stayed like 7 or 8 years before when we had done a ride down the coast.
I think it's just new owners and had been remodeled. Yeah. But that is where you were giving Chewy some history lessons, or asking him. Quizzing him, yes.
Jeez.
Right, and I said, just when they start giving you history questions, just stop. Just don't play along. Just don't.
He couldn't not do it, though.
That's an old podcast. Somewhere that's on a podcast way back in the day when we were talking about that. That was a good one.
But Eureka's just, it's just an interesting place.
But they did definitely upscale the hotel.
They did.
Because they had a limo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they were pretty on the ball about not drinking in there, no drinks in the limo.
She loosened up as the night went on.
So how did we get the limo?
Yeah.
She was attached to the hotel or something, right?
Yeah,
she's got her own service, but she's hired out by the hotel, probably just on the weekends, I would assume. But she was super friendly. I mean, at least to us. Maybe not to you because you tried to get into her limo with a cocktail, but she actually stopped.
Who did that?
She stopped at the liquor store on the way back for us.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, you were.
I was there.
That's right.
I wasn't there.
It's a blur after that.
You got to picture this limo, though. And it'll be in the documentary film. I got some money shots.
Straight from the 90s.
Dude, it was totally from the 90s.
Yeah.
And you get in it, and...
she got it for a good deal at an auction.
She must, right? I hope so. And it had all the neon purple lighting in it, dude. I totally felt like something out of...
Prom Night?
No, the what are those movies? The the spy that shagged me. The
Austin Powers.
Totally, you felt like you should be like in an Austin Powers like suit.
70s flashback.
70s flashback. It was so freaking hilarious though, riding in that thing, and it was free. So
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was fun. Something we didn't expect that we were gonna do.
Yeah.
I think we had somebody book late and didn't stay with us, though.
Dude. And if you want to talk about sketchy,
Oh, man.
if you want to talk about sketchy areas,
I'm just glad he had his bike when he went out in the morning. You know
yeah,
what I
no
mean?
doubt.
Like,
well, what are you
So is
referring
he-
to? The audience doesn't know who you're referring to.
So Sturgis, Jeff, because of medical issues and being a cheap ass,
Thank you.
I think it's more the
more the
cheap part.
cheap ass.
Yeah,
And he
I
booked
don't
late.
think it was.
it was being a cheap ass.
Yeah.
He didn't want to stay at the same hotel that we were all at. And so he booked late and he got some place that was, I don't know how much cheaper, but it was sketchy. He came over to our place like,
$5.
I sure hope my bike is there tomorrow, because he was saying what a shithole it was. He was worried
Yeah.
about his bike taking off on its own.
Yeah, I think he booked it for an hourly rate. It was
Right,
just
right.
till the morning.
no doubt, dude.
$5 an hour.
Vibrating bed, put the quarter in.
Yeah.
So I picked this place for dinner. Gallagher's.
Yeah. It was
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you're taking a lot of credit because you and I were sitting here filming this or planning this ride. I'm feeling a little slighted
We
here.
goose.
You didn't help me plan this.
The fuck I
Oh,
did.
you did.
Oh.
You did not.
That's the Irish place.
You
That's
guys-
the Irish
Gallagher's.
place.
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
should see the.
Oh, you're,
glaze-
I don't think you
you
did.
are so forgetful, my friend. Because I was like, this place is going to be
Hey,
epic.
just so you know, it's now a DV relationship. So
It-
be
it-
careful. Be careful
all
where you
right.
go from
okay,
here.
I won't touch him. I won't touch him.
You may have picked Gallagher's.
I
don't know.
We.
I don't remember.
We goose. We.
Wait, just say we. It's
Sorry,
easier that way.
Maverick. We.
It looked really cool when we were
So
looking at the.
you helped with the dinners and lunch stops. Okay,
Absolutely,
you just
yeah.
didn't do the route stuff as much. We did some of the route, but I remember I had to redo the.
I'm sure.
the trees, giant forest, whatever. Yeah, but me and Popeye were working back and forth on. Okay, but you did help with
Oh, yeah,
this.
absolutely.
I'll give you credit where credit's due.
Well, thank you.
I'm getting old.
Jesus.
I forget.
But I remember looking at that place on the Google Maps, and it looked like an epic Irish pub.
I
They're
thought it was
supposed to have
awesome.
It was okay. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
it was
I like
alright.
the.
It
was
looked
alright.
like it looked
It's
like this-
Eureka.
yeah.
Well,
But it looked
no,
like
it
this
wasn't
big
bad.
3-level
Yeah.
building, you know, and
Yeah.
it looked like this huge place, and it turned out to be pretty small. And there's
Yeah.
nothing. Who knows what was above it? Old apartments or something. But the bar itself was actually pretty small.
Yeah.
The last time we were there, we actually found kind of better spots to go downtown, but this time a
That
lot
place
of
was
stuff
closed.
everything
Still
was
closed,
closed.
yeah.
Middle
COVID.
of the week.
Yeah.
But we did have a lot of frickin' zombies walking around town.
Dude, that we were in the heart of it, and there that
It reminded me of home.
yeah, right. Poor Eureka. Just a ton of and it sucks. We're not poking fun or anything like that, but just a lot of drug users and a lot of mentals, and
We're getting more and more in
different
both
stuff.
of our areas that we live here.
Right.
So it's getting ridiculous.
In the downtown area, right around that where we were. So
So Ryan decided to do what they tell you not to do, and he fed into the illusion or delusion, however you want to say it, of one of these individuals.
I did.
And I filmed it. You got a full on conversation across the intersection with this dude.
Yeah, dude, I like
Yeah,
talking to him.
yeah,
That's
you
right.
just-
Yeah, I love talking to
Well,
him.
you love to
Yeah.
engage.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm an
it was
engager.
it was a,
I'm an engager. They
it was a
love
great
me.
conversation.
Okay, good. I'll have to. I forget.
It's on there. Yeah,
I'll have to
I got
remember what. Okay, yeah. Awesome.
Oh, man.
So yeah, Gallagher's all right. But I thought the food was good. Had drinks.
That's
the
true.
main thing.
We did have that.
It's the main thing.
And we got a limo ride there, so it's hard to
And
argue.
back.
Yeah, and back.
I wasn't sure if we were going to get the ride back, but she hooked
I
us
know.
up.
Yeah.
So she did take us to the limo driver did take us to. We stopped by a liquor store, right, on the way back.
Yeah, you guys did. I stayed back for. I was the last shuttle.
Oh, that's
'Cause
right.
You could only fit so many.
That's right.
So we took 2 shuttles, and you guys took forever because you had to stop at the liquor store.
That's right. Actually, as Popeye wanted to stop
we
at the
were
liquor
nice to her
store.
on the way down, and we tipped her nicely on the way down. So she
No, it
took
was
care of us
great.
on the
She
way
was
back.
awesome. Yeah.
Remember, Popeye only had a half a bottle. He needed to stop by the.
Now it's being responsible.
Night 2, all that goes out the window.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So back at the hotel, drinks.
You know what happened before? Actually, we went to dinner. We had a few drinks in my room, and somebody left their phone in my room.
Oh boy, don't do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell the story. We must.
Phones have this cool feature. You can turn on the camera without having a passcode.
Well,
Yeah.
if you set it that way.
Well, you need to tell me how to unset mine.
I can tell you.
No, you don't, Ryan.
all right.
No, you don't.
You can unset that feature.
I'll let you guys figure what happened when Popeye got a hold of
There was
the phone.
There was pictures of certain parts of anatomy that I was not intending to see. I'll leave it at that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What was funny is
You got to
like-
help me make these notes this year, Lurch, so I don't forget stuff like
Will
that.
do.
Yeah.
What's
my,
funny
my
is
COO needs to help me.
I hand him back his phone. I'm like, hey, you forgot your phone in my room. He's like, oh, thanks, appreciate that. As we're going out to dinner, and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, he figured it out. Yeah, when you handed it to him, he was like, "Oh, great," and then he kind of paused and goes,
Shit.
starts looking through the video photos.
Lurch, why don't you finish it up with your irresponsible behavior? Because
What do you mean?
You're supposed to stay with me and help me deal with all the film gear. You're gonna have to do that now.
Well,
You got to help me deal with all the film gear and clean stuff
Listen,
up, dude.
You can't keep baby in the corner. Sometimes I got to get out and have a little bit of fun. you
Nobody
know?
backs baby into a corner.
That's right. Thank you. And so the boys were having a cocktail at the end of the night, and I had to go enjoy it. I had to go over there for a little while.
Well, this year, dude, before you go, you got to help me with film gear. That way I can go over with you.
That's quite the show
Deal?
note there because it
Dude.
said I went back to her room. That's what your
I
show
saw that
note
too. Yeah.
That's what your show note read back there.
I saw that.
Oh, did it?
Little typo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's misprint. Yeah.
Yeah, just try to do that. Try to do that in between. Let's see. So we got another super chat. Thank you
Yep.
so much from
Nori
from
Masson.
Nori Masson.
Holy cow!
And
That's
it
in,
is
euros.
in euros, and I'm
Euro.
going to do the conversion. That's $59.32
Thank you,
US
Nori.
dollars.
We had a
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding.
We've talked about
That's
this in
the biggest
past.
one yet. Holy cow, man.
Noise.
We've talked about this in the past, but it just blows my mind the locations that some of our listeners come from. You know, Norway and Spain,
And then to throw us
wherever
super
else,
chats.
And then to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. Awesome.
Cool.
You guys
So cool, man.
are amazing.
So cool.
It just, like I said up front, we do a lot of these, these live video broadcasts and chat exclusively for our patron members. But we are going to, we appreciate that when we see stuff like that. It makes us realize, we'll do some more in between. We'll do some more live public, public ones that are these live video broadcasts and chat that are open to the public, stuff like that. Just to know that it's appreciated that what we're doing, that you're willing to throw out super chats like that. So with that said, that's kind of how we ended the day is me cleaning up some film gear and Lurch heading back to the room. Lurch, you're up.
Are you searching for the easiest and quickest detachable luggage system for your motorcycle?
Already found it.
Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and
And then you
bungee cords
lost
that
it,
can
and
come
then you
loose and
found it
slap your paint. Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome, quick, attached, strapless luggage systems. This father and son team designed something really special that you can't find anywhere else. Yep, these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, and secure with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of quality touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? Head on over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags. lawabidingbiker.com/store.
There you go.
Tens of thousands of miles combined that we've been using them here.
Yeah, no shit.
with
Well,
the-
all of us
with the
now
club.
have it,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Tens
Yeah.
of thousands and
And
no issues.
with that said, I will tell you guys that Rick Rack, and we just did it. It's on the YouTube channel to keep it somewhat pithy. You used to have to take a bag, your own roller bag, and then you were able to bolt the Rick Rack quick detach system to that bag. Officially in our store now, in the Law Abiding Biker store, we do have them in stock, ready to ship to you guys. They came up with their own roller bag, and if you get the kit, the rack is already bolted to the custom bag, and it fits perfect. It's a perfect combination. So it's a roller bag setup. If you want to pay a little less, you can definitely just get the non-roller bag version, but then obviously you got to carry your bag. But the nice roller bag one, literally, I have my bag off in 10 seconds. We all do. And I can pop those wheels down, put it on the wheels as a handle that pulls out, just like you're pulling in the airport, and I can pull it right into the room. So that is the newest kit, and it is badass. We were really happy that it's the Rick Rack branded roller bag with it. It comes to you. You don't have to bolt nothing. It is ready to go. So head over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our Rick Rack products.
Yeah, I wish they had that for this trip, because this is the first time I had Rick Rack. Mm-hmm. And I bought my own roller bag because I wanted that roller because I'm lazy.
That's how I did it forever.
I
bolted
weights like Popeye. So
right.
I did my own, but
that's what I did too for years. We retired it. We threw it in the dump trailer.
Finally?
I feel bad, but had been so used, and it was still in good shape. But they got this new system, and of course, Rick
awesome.
Rack sent me one, and I'm going to use it. And we retired officially in the dump trailer, because me and Lurch have learned. I'm going to get off track.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
You're
here.
welcome.
I think everybody's having fun.
You're welcome.
We learned we can't. We keep so many parts and stuff that's sent to us around here. And then we take so much stuff off bikes that we started getting out of control. Yeah. It's like hoarder type. It's like, you're never going to frickin' use that again. You're never going to put that back on your bike. So, some things you keep, like, clutch lever, because I broke one when I dumped my bike.
Just in case.
If it falls
you
off
never
the lift,
know.
right?
Yeah, you never know.
But yeah, some of the stuff. So but I remember that day we were throwing, if you guys don't know,
we had a purge.
Is the full-time chief operations officer for Law Abiding Biker Media, and
which basically means Ryan's bitch,
right? He wears many hats. He's my administrative assistant. He's a film guy. He does it all. We wear many hats, but we really felt bad about throwing it feels wrong to throw we had to throw some brand new parts and stuff out because. The time invested in even trying to sell those or eBay them.
We give a lot of it away, and now, we give a lot of the new stuff. But
we give it away in the Patron group is where we started giving away a lot of stuff.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so if you're in the Patron group,
patrons,
you guys
free gear.
Get in.
Squid's in the house. D Barnes,
that's Squid. He was on the trip with us.
What's up, buddy?
Squid in the house. But we are giving a lot of stuff away to Patron members only. So there's no better time to become a Patron member, guys. Let's get into day.
What was his old name? It was something.
Spider Monkey 4560213.
What happened? He hates it when you guys bust his balls on that too. I'm sorry.
Or were they busting his balls? I don't know.
Never.
We better get to day 3.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, let's get into day 3. Let's do it.
A lot
of times Ryan and I will get up early and try to get a drone up and get some footage of the town that we're in, but it was just too damn foggy. We couldn't do it. And so we decided we were going to go to a Starbucks, and get our caffeine on.
We're still in the armpit of California in Eureka.
I remember that now.
Even the Starbucks was like an arm. It's the worst Starbucks.
Do you remember the guy we talked to?
Before we look up there, it's highlighted.
That's what I was talking about.
Before we talk to him, there's something that's missing here. Before we talk to him, Ryan and I pull our bikes in and parked them. Originally, we parked in the back parking lot, but it seemed kind of sketchy, so we went out and went around and found some street parking right in front of Starbucks. And we were going to hang our helmets on the handlebars of our bikes, and some guy that was coming out of Starbucks goes, "Hey guys, I would not leave your helmets on there. Anything that's not locked down,
it's going to get walked
stolen."
Away. Yeah,
so we had to take our shit into Starbucks with us.
Nice guy. Glad he said something.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're sitting at Starbucks, and we're all having a coffee.
I thought Corey was going to take that
Poor
one.
guy.
Go ahead.
He was trying.
Go, Popeye, go.
No, go ahead. You.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
Poor guy. We're sitting at Starbucks. Everybody's kind of trickling in. We're having some coffee. And this guy just looks like, he was just beat.
He was having a rough.
He was just beat.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he looked hungover, just beat.
He looked like hammered.
And he's pacing around, looking out the window.
Yeah, just
obviously waiting for somebody.
Yeah,
waiting for somebody to talk to, like me, because I don't like to talk to people. I hate talking to random people and getting their story on film. I hate
he
doing
didn't
it.
gravitate towards the camera,
dude. If I have a chance, I'll talk to you and probably be rolling.
He was actually a nice guy.
He was so nice.
It was just a rotten deal.
He's the kind of guy I'd have bailed his ass out.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy I would have, if I'd have known the night before, I'd have bailed his ass out because I felt bad for him.
Anyway, so he we're just kind of having our own conversation, and then he comes over and he goes, "Can I ask you guys a question?" And
A personal question.
a personal question. And then he asked if any
Well,
of us,
yes, you can.
and of course, Ryan
hang on.
automatically turns on the camera. I
Going
think it was
live.
like one fell swoop of on and focus before, yes, you can. And he asked if he asked if any of us had been arrested for a DUI before.
Yep.
In which I replied, yes, I had. Because that's how you start the
Because
conversation.
that's how you have to.
By the way,
We clarify.
I have not been
He
arrested
is
for
not.
DUI.
But to start the conversation,
I had to start
it made
the
sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. All right.
So this poor feller had just gotten released. He got arrested the night before for
Yes.
DUI after wrecking his car.
he was still legally drunk
Oh yeah,
that morning.
100%.
He was still over the legal
doubt.
limit
Yeah.
talking to him.
Yeah, and he was trying to get back to his hotel.
He was waiting for a ride
Yep.
from a friend.
No. I mean, how he got arrested.
Oh, that, yeah.
Because
Okay,
he was
gotcha.
trying to get back to his hotel
He had
after a night out, and then he ended up wrecking his car into the hotel or something at the hotel.
Yes.
And
So
the cops
close.
got called.
That's
so
right.
yeah, I mean, he literally made it to his hotel. He just
Which
wrecked.
he was like, I was there, dude.
He was
Ran
like,
in,
I was already there.
I hit a car in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember? I just looked at him.
fella.
I go, after we talked to him for a while, we were just, we're friending him now.
Yeah, we
now he's like a friend, and
felt
he's
bad for
talking
the
to him, and I'm like, hey, bro, were you really tanked? He's like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was tanked.
Yeah, you
I
admitted
was like,
to it.
oh,
That was
well,
great.
at least you made it worth it, I guess.
So he had a lot of questions about his license and
Yes,
the
license.
legality of it, and if it because
That's why I told him I had a DUI. I didn't want to tell him I
Yeah.
was a cop,
Right.
and that I knew all.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, no, dude, I had a DUI, and you can get like an occupational license
Yeah,
and shit, and then
because he
they'll let you
traveled
drive
for
to
work,
Yeah,
and he was out of state or out of whatever for work. And
yeah,
that
he was so appreciative that I was so knowledgeable about the DUI laws.
I did feel bad for the guy, but man,
Because you've had so many.
Because I've had so many DUIs before. Oh yeah, bro, you're fine. Just get an attorney,
Yeah.
get an occupational
Yeah.
license. You'll be fine. It's no big deal, man. Just cost you about 10 grand.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
poor feller.
But we had fun with that. But I honestly, we weren't like I actually felt bad for the guy
Yeah.
because he clearly just. And we talk about that here. What is law-abiding biker media? It doesn't mean you don't screw up as long as you correct your mistakes. It doesn't mean you don't speed now and then. Those are normal things. We're talking about law-abiding biker. You're not like running drugs and guns and things like that. But
Across the board.
DUI. There's been a lot of different people to get DUIs from every walk of life, including cops have gotten DUIs before.
Yep.
So as long as you learn from your mistakes, so we're not saying he's not law abiding or anything like that. Like I said, I truly think he just had a rough night. He made some poor decisions, and like many of us that have made poor decisions before, he's going to have to pay for those decisions. So yeah. So out the next morning from the armpit, it was nice to get out of Eureka. Quite honestly, we still had our helmets because we took them in with us. None of our gear was stolen. Cold. It was cold this morning. Where are you going?
I got to pee really
Yep, he's got to go take the pee-pee in the urinal out in the shop. We have a urinal, if you guys didn't know, if you see it in the videos, out in the Law-Abiding Biker. My best thing that I did to the film studio and the shop is put a urinal on the wall. I must admit, it's very, very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But cold, foggy riding at the beginning, it was 55 degrees. I put the old heat, after coming out of triple digits, it doesn't seem like it's that cold, but when it's that wet, moist air, it just kind of cuts through you. So I put the old heated gear on and coats. And then, Papa, if you want to pick it up here, this is and talk about this.
We missed
because
our first trip.
Well,
We did.
We missed it our first trip, which was back in 2014. But talk about this, Popeye, too.
Yeah.
Because me and you were going back and forth on the trip planner on this. If somebody's planning this, and I'll put the link to our exact ride plan in the show notes for you guys, lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this is, so you don't mess us up, but talk about that process because it's a bitch.
So this is a do not miss piece. It's called the Avenue of the Giants, and I don't remember what the number of the road is. You'd be able to Google it really easy. Matt's
I'll do it
over here.
while
He's
you're
going to
talking.
Google it real quick.
I can pull it up right
Avenue,
here.
Matt's Googling it right now too.
Okay.
And so anyway, Avenue of the Giants, and this thing kind of parallels the 101, and it crisscrosses back and forth across the 101 multiple times. If you're going to put it in your ride planner, or if you're following a GPS, like Ryan is saying, it is a bitch because it keeps wanting to route you back onto the 101.
Me and you were getting so frustrated going back and forth trying to route that?
So the best thing to do is figure out where it starts and then just get on it and don't get off until it stops. And it's pretty obvious when the thing stops, it will force you back onto the 101. But once you get onto it, like I said, you can follow it pretty easily. It's just that when you're ride planning it, the ride planner continuously wants to put you back onto the 101. And what is the Avenue of the Giants? So
I'll tell you right now, it was originally a stretch of State Route 101 until the freeway bypass was created in 1960.
God, you're smart.
After that time, the road was given a new designation of Road 254 and maintained by the state. As for the park itself, it exists mostly because of road trip men took in 1917.
Nice. Oh, boy, you just pulled that off the top of your head? That was pretty good. So it weaves you, like I said, back and forth kind of across the 101, and it takes you through the redwood forest. And so you're going past just these monstrous trees, and you're kind of under this canopy. We got some great photos in there. Cowboy had his camera out, and we just stopped right in the middle of the road because there's very few cars that travel it. You can hear the 101 because 101 is a pretty major highway that people are using. But when you get off of here, like I said, is that everybody's just missing all this spectacular scenery. And so we're literally stopping in the middle of the road, taking really cool pictures and
give a shout out to our photographer right there. Cowboy, if you guys didn't know, in center position there, he is really, and he's going to be humble about it, but I do a lot of video and he does video too, but he definitely does. I'll pull in on a minute.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, he does a lot of photography, and he is what I consider a professional photographer. And shout out to SI Productions, and he also does run a YouTube channel. You want to say anything about that? I know you're going to be humble about it, but he takes
it's
you
a
guys.
Channel.
Let me. No,
it's a video channel, guys. I do a lot of overlanding stuff, so and gear for work.
What is overlanding?
Camping while driving. No, at the same time. No, we've got a 14 Jeep JKU, and then we just bought a 2022 4Runner that I'm building out. So filming that build out.
Send me that picture, Lurch, on text, and then I'll pull it up and I'll show the audience what.
Get a one of our good looking guys though. To
I don't have any of those. I only got one of me.
I'll show you guys some of the, because I do want to give Cowboy a shout out because it's awesome because we've got we're filming it, we're doing a full documentary film, and we have photographer on board. So you text it to me.
So we start coming through this area, and like I was saying, it's canopy and it's absolutely beautiful. And so I'm looking for kind of a straight stretch up in my head, because I know that this is going to be cool drone footage. And so, like Ryan was saying earlier, I've kind of got these areas and that I start to see nowadays because he pushes me towards it a little bit for getting the drone footage.
I do.
And it looks cool, right? Like I said, that finished product, it's worth the stock. It's worth the time. And so I'm constantly looking for these places, riding up, because 95+% of the time I'm the guy leading the group.
I've got the picture up. Keep talking, but I've got the picture up on the screen for the audience. They're looking at it right now. That's Lurch there. And this is what Cowboy, a photo he took. And we all got a couple like this. So go ahead.
So you can see how thick those woods are, monster trees. The shot doesn't do it justice. And there are ones where we could all wrap arms around these trees and, barely make it around, right? If you had like 6 of you or plus maybe to get around, they're huge. They're big trees. They're massive trees. So anyway, this is thick forest canopy, and we finally get onto a straight stretch. And so I pull over and ask Ryan, "Hey, you want to try flying in here?" Like, dude, this would be a badass drone shot. He's like, "Hell yeah!" So we pull over, get the boys all lined up to get a nice drone shot. Ryan doesn't have any GPS, so in order to fly drones, generally you need some GPS. So he is flying blind, basically under this canopy by line of sight. And you end up clipping a branch at one point, right?
Yeah. But
showed us the footage of it later, and holy shit, Bikeaholics, stay tuned for the documentary footage because he got some amazing footage sacrificing the drone, we didn't sacrifice it, but it could have sacrificed, put it at risk for sure.
Yeah, I already have that footage in the first 30 seconds because I do a voiceover, and that's one of the shots that made the first 30 seconds as I'm getting into the documentary. I'm just slapping paint down on the canvas right now. Getting a documentary started is always the hardest part once you get rolling with it, but I'm having some troubles with how I'm organizing the beginning of it right now. But if you don't know, speaking of that real quick, is with the GPS drones, they rely on satellites. Yeah. And when you're in a canopy of trees like that, you're not getting, if you're lucky, if you're getting a satellite. And so luckily I am no expert at FPV drones, but I do fly FPV drones too, along with GPS drones. So luckily my FPV experience came in handy because it was drifting all over the place and it wouldn't hold positions. And yes, I did damn near crash it. That's why we bring backup equipment, we bring backup cameras and backup drones, because you do take risks. And I clipped a branch, but the shots that we got from that, the drone shots, amazing. They will be in the documentary film among many other beautiful shots. And I wish we had more pictures. I forget where that link went. Lurch, let me, why don't you guys keep talking? I'm going to look for the link to, or can you send it to me
for the
where
photos?
Those photos are?
Yeah, that's what I was looking up.
Yeah,
if I can resend it. Or it was in our group chat.
I've got it. I can send it.
If
Are you sharing it?
You know the link where you can get all the photos?
Yes, I know. You're showing it, Corey?
I got it.
All right, because I want to pull up a couple of those, but...
Yeah, I was trying to get you directing traffic because I thought it was...
Oh, yeah. That's right. I was directing cars around because because I'm obviously a full-time motor officer, and I direct traffic a lot, and so I just got out in the middle of the road and started doing my directing traffic stuff.
I texted it. It should be that link up top. Well, once it goes through.
Okay. I'll show you some more pictures, but if you guys want to, while I'm pulling that up, pick it up from there. Here's where we are.
So right now, we're solid into the redwoods. And what did you think about that, Cowboy? Because that was your first time into the redwoods, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, it was a little weird because some of the branches and or the roots and stuff are going through the road. And so for you guys that have watched, seen the films that Ryan does, we tend to ride side by side a lot. And so that kind of got sketched, and I had to back off a little bit because there'd be some ruts in the road. But other than that, it was a really nice road, and
okay, we're laughing
because it was
because
a lot of fun.
I got to bring up. We can't make it any bigger than that. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
We got to bring up. Here's me directing traffic.
After it,
leaving his bike in the middle of the road. His bike is solid on the center line, and he's got traffic going by.
Perfectly legal. Yeah, you just got to direct. I had to direct some traffic. That's me directing traffic. Are there any? These are some of the photos, though. Sorry I cut you off there, but we were laughing because we brought that up.
Oh, there's Squirt. Get Squirt with his stash.
Check this out. We can't make these any bigger on the site. You got to download them to make them bigger.
Yeah, you probably have to download them. I know.
Let me download this real.
Plagiarism.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I don't think I have them on my phone.
That's all right.
I can check.
You guys get the gist. Yeah, all right.
So they see all of these as you're scrolling through then? Is that what they see?
Yeah, they see his screen.
Okay. Yeah, they are seeing my screen right now.
Squirt's pretty.
Which one?
Bottom.
The mustache.
Right there. Of Squirt. Oh, yeah. Look at there.
He's really hamming it up. Yeah, he's really hamming it up for the camera.
I think you have to download them and then I got to enter my email. I have them all somewhere in a folder, but I don't know where they are.
I don't have them saved on my phone.
Anyways, you guys get the idea there. Let's move on. All right. Yeah?
Yeah. So we take off out of there. Wasn't too far away from what is known as the Chandler Tree. Chandler Tree, I don't remember what year did it say that they carved the center of it out, but it's been 100 years ago or something stupid.
Yeah. The Chandler Tree.
Yeah, forever ago. They
say it's 2,400.
Trying to get him to call us
tree.
back. I'm trying to get Squirt to call us back. He's like, "Did you call?" I said, "Yes, call back."
So they carve out this hole in the tree, and you can drive a car through the thing. And a lot of you have probably seen pictures of something like that, where you get trees that are so big, like I say, you can drive the damn car through. So pretty cool. $5 just to get in, and. So we got some pictures. Ryan's got one. Ryan's got one up on the screen there of me going through. It's sexy beast.
Look at that guy.
Look at that tree. That's insanity, though, when you look at it.
Dude, you got the same shirt on.
I do.
He does. It's the only one he wears. It's the one he tightened the sleeves up on. He had the sleeves taken in. That's
crazy. What are the odds?
Yeah, look at that. But look how big that tree is. That gives you an idea.
Monster, man.
The Chandler Tree. So it's a good photo op and fun to just say.
Popeye's at least 5'4" there.
And cars drive through there too.
Yeah.
People, it doesn't look like a car can fit through there, but cars fit through there.
Well, you can
barely,
see a
but-
couple in the background that are waiting to drive through it.
Yeah, no doubt.
We just cut in front of them.
We did, maybe. But so yeah, that's a cool little spot. Hung out there, and then
It's $5, right? $5 to get in.
$5.
Yeah,
90 degrees. It was getting hot now because we're getting down into Cali.
Yeah, so we went inland just a
warm.
hair there for a little bit. We dropped down, go to the tree, and then we getting a phone call.
I'm looking.
But
I forgot that I was
On Do Not Disturb.
on Do Not Disturb. So he called. Hang on. Yeah, here. I'm gonna.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We gotta talk to him.
We got to talk to. We're doing a
gotta-
cold call.
can
to
you hear us,
Squirt.
all of us? Or
What
just,
were we gonna ask?
Yeah,
him?
he'll hear.
What
he
he
was
forgot
Yeah,
on
he-
day one.
He'll be able to hear all of us.
God, look at you, Lurch. Just that's Mouse. I didn't know he could jump.
No, he's not going to answer again. Huh? Son of a bitch.
Jeez,
I'm going
what
to
is
take
this
my
kid
phone off
doing?
Do Not Disturb. So if he calls
Hi,
back,
it's Tanner.
What an idiot.
Hi, Tanner. Hi, buddy.
Tanner, I'm just looking for a good time.
Thanks for not answering
Thanks,
again.
thank you.
Anyway,
So
Highway
we,
1.
we take off out
Oh,
of.
he's calling. Hang on, he's
Okay,
calling.
here we go. Here we go.
Dude, you don't answer your phone when I'm trying to call or what? By the way, you are live on a live video broadcast and chat, and I got Popeye and Cowboy in here. I think they have a question
And
for
Lurch.
you.
Hi,
And Lurch.
my name's Tanner. Leave a message.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, swear.
Some motherfuckers.
Hey, day one on that trip, you had to go back home.
We're tell them what trip we're talking about. The West
Yeah,
Coast
oh,
trip.
the West Coast trip. Yeah. Well, you should know. You should know what's going down.
I had to go home.
Yeah, you had to go home. Remember day one, you and Mouse? What'd you forget? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, the whole side cover for my motorcycle.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Because
Yeah, because I had the side cover off because I had the battery tender plugged in.
that's right.
And
And you just bombed
I
out.
unplugged- Yeah, I unplugged the battery tender and took off and
That's what it was.
left my side cover off.
He also
embarrassing.
was this the trip he forgot I was giving you a GoPro, and I gave it
Yes.
to I gave
Yeah,
it to
that's
him.
why none of the GoPro footage is good. Is because
he
Squirt
didn't
left
bring
it
the one
in
with-
his garage. Yeah.
Yeah, I left a GoPro.
Yeah.
Debatable. That's up for argument.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, that was this trip. Yeah.
Am I suspected of doing this or?
No, you've been
No,
convicted.
you make it. Yeah. We've already had trial, bro. Sorry, you didn't answer the first time. So
I called right back like a second later. Nobody answered their phone.
I know it was on Do Not Disturb. I took it off, dude. But we wanted to call you and bust your balls, dude. We're having a ball down here, drinking and having a live, dude. You need to get on. You need to get on the live. It's live on YouTube
what's up?
right
Get
now.
on
Get in.
YouTube.
Get in the chat.
we know you ain't working.
On YouTube. I'm not working.
Yeah, it's on
Thanks
the.
for the-
problem.
Thanks for the invite to be there in person.
Yeah, well, we got four. I only got four mics. So and
Yeah, I'm already riding bitch in the middle here. So.
you got cock blocked by Cowboy and Popeye.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that.
Damn,
Cock's not big
new?
enough.
What's new?
Yeah, get on the YouTube channel. We're live now and get in that chat, dude. We're having a ball in there. Leave us a super chat, like $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave you a super chat request.
Are you going to pay me back like you did on Venmo in 25-cent payments for dinner? Remember when you did that for boat gas, dude? He owed me for boat gas, and he did like
man.
time payments of 25 cents at a time. You bastard! I'm still not paid off.
You'll get it for the next 6 years.
Right? Exactly, dude. I'm going to charge interest on that shit. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. We'll
Later.
talk to you later.
Later.
See you in chat.
So we roll out of.
That was worth
that
it.
was a good time. He's always he's a good dude.
I like that kid.
Yeah. So we roll out of that Chandler tree, and then right there, folks, I'll tell you what, if you are anywhere in this area, or if you can get down to here, you have got to do this. Where the 101 and the 1 meet, and you ride the 101 down to the 1 on the coast, hands down, one of the
Unbelievable.
coolest roads
For sure.
that I've ridden. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Twisty, curvy.
Where is that on here? It's right here. No, so here's where we made all the alterations for the. You can see it. This is the Avenue of the Giants, isn't it?
That's where I died. Almost died.
Not that he's going to the Avenue of the Giants right now, but
was right after
it's
that,
going to
wasn't
be.
Because you can see where we made.
Follow out to the coast, Ryan.
Yeah.
You follow out to the coast and then just look up from there.
Yeah, you can see where we made all the alterations. There's like 1,000 waypoints to stay on Avenue. But then here,
That's it.
let me bring it up on your screen, guys.
Our last trip down there, we actually jumped inward because we went to Oakdale to stay with one of Rob's buddies, wasn't it?
Nope. Wrong.
We missed that one.
Wow.
Fake news.
We missed that one.
Nope,
that's
fake news.
Last time.
Fake
Dude,
news.
you're
Last
just
trip,
getting
we didn't
annihilated
we
from
didn't-
everybody.
Yeah,
We
did.
didn't.
Fake
We didn't
news.
ride one into
You didn't even
San
go with
Fran
us.
like that.
You didn't
Yeah,
go.
I
Did you go with us?
Yeah.
San Fran, you
Oh,
did?
yeah.
Sisters, one at a time, please.
That's how.
He's getting old.
Jeez.
We went to the
He's
Battered
getting-
Beaver.
Yeah, I know. We did. And that's nowhere fucking near here.
I know, but at some
my
point we
God.
went
You're
inward.
right.
We went inward, or we didn't go all the way
We
down
went
on the
inward
one.
into the Beaver. You're correct. But that
We
wasn't
did.
until after we went to San Fran.
We went into the
After
Beaver.
San
We took a different route.
No, after San Fran.
Guarantee you.
Nope. Then after San Fran, you go inland, and that's where we got to Oakdale. Oakdale is inland from San Francisco.
I think we stayed
What do you
on
want to bet?
101 and
Ryan,
did-
can
What do
you
you
hit
wanna
me a button so I can go?
Hey, pull up the ride planner.
What
Pull
do
up
we
the
bet?
ride planner for 2014.
Bottle of scotch? Good bottle of scotch?
Well, good bottle of
Hey,
scotch.
I
We'll
thought we
bet
were
on
talking
that
about
next
this
route.
dope
Yeah,
road.
good bottle of scotch.
Let's talk about this
So,
dope road.
I will pull it up in a minute.
I'll take
I
Ardbeg
think I
10.
have it.
Okay.
I'll take Ardbeg 10.
I'm going to put up on the screen for everybody watching live. This is the right, but this is the section he's talking about. Popeye's going to talk about that goes from here
Maybe.
and right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just
yeah,
saying
yep,
maybe
that's the
because
one.
him and Lurch are going to have an
Oh yeah,
EV here.
and this is So go ahead, Popeye, because you could talk about this road for an hour.
So the 101, it breaks off to the one. And like I said, this is the very start of it. And it climbs and it drops and there's twisties and there's some switchbacks. You got to be careful on this sucker because logging roads will
my
come.
gosh.
Logging trucks will come the other direction and they have to be partly or mostly on your side of the road.
Yeah.
They can't make the corner if they're not partly on your side of the road. So you've got to hug the inside of corners. You got to watch out for RVs that can't make corners.
And they're hard blind corners. Like
Yes.
you don't see them until they're there. You're in the corner.
Didn't you almost go handlebar to handlebar with somebody, Cowboy?
No, I almost T-boned a car with my bike, which
It's called a head on. I don't know if about a T-bone.
well, no, because I would have went into the driver's side door. I almost caught my left handlebar fairing into their door because they were right in the line and I didn't set up proper for the corner. So I was right in the line. And at the apex of the corner, we were coming to a meeting and I didn't like it.
He may have been trying to keep up with somebody that was going a little faster.
Hey,
than,
you don't learn until you try.
you got to push the envelope.
Yep.
I heard about this. I didn't
no,
see
that
it.
was that's probably what the closest I've ever come to. I thought I was going to T-bone him, and then I just dumped right as hard as I could. Squirt backed off like 20 feet because he thought I was going to hit him, and then he passed me because I was going so damn slow because I was legitimately scared
shit in your
until
pants?
lunch. Yeah. No, it took me till lunch.
I remember you talking
to
about
get
it.
out of my head because I was in my head at that point.
Yeah.
And no, that was the closest I've come to
So
straight up hitting a car.
anymore, I used to ride a little faster back when I was younger, and I've slowed down as we've. Lurch is shaking his head.
As
Yes,
we've matured.
this is true.
Actually, we haven't matured. We're smarter, wiser.
Yeah. So, and especially
I
with
think.
the group, I mean, if we're going to ride as a group, I try to keep us riding as a group. I try not to just take off and leave the group, and
Except for that trail or that road.
except for that road. And so, and that's exactly what happened.
You
I was
just
like,
ripped
all right,
it.
I'm going to rip on this one.
Yep.
And left.
Nice
I
road.
left some metal on that road, taking corners, grinding
Yep.
bolts down.
Me too.
I was riding hard on that one. Probably heated
It's
the
hard
tranny
not
up a little
to.
bit. But yeah, on a road like that, it is hard not to. But I'm telling you, bikeaholics, that road right
Such
there
a good
is incredible,
Yeah.
amazing. And so it's got to be about, what, 15 miles or something like
Dude,
that?
it was long.
It seems like way
it just
longer
never
than that.
stopped.
It is
Yeah.
a good stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where this sucker comes out, when it's finally done, you drop right down to the Pacific.
Yep.
So you went from some elevation, not a lot, but you do lose a fair amount of elevation. Riding all these curves, drop right down to the ocean, cools off, and you look to your right, to the north,
Right as we
and
come out.
all you see is just oceanside.
It opens up
and
suddenly.
cliffs, and there is nothing there. There's no roads, there are no houses, and you can just see forever. It's absolutely amazing, and that's where we decided to get some good drone footage as well.
Yes.
And we got some money shots.
That made one of the cuts already
Yeah,
too.
nice.
I will say that road, I actually backed off because the only crappy thing about that road is you get behind a lot of slow cars. and RVs. So I would just pull over for like
Not
a
if you
minute.
pass it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I would just wait until wait like a minute, and then I could go faster and, grind a little bit and have some fun on those corners. And I'd catch back up and drop back, but I wanted to get some decent GoPro footage. So
like Squirt just said, and then who'd you say
Squirt's
Hey
in there?
Trap was?
I believe that's Henry Trap.
Yeah.
Henry.
So like he's talking about Henry Trap says too, you got to watch out for gravel. And that's correct. It's like, cars will hit that inside the shoulder because it is a narrow road. And like I was saying, you get people coming in your oncoming lane, and it forces them up against the shoulder. So it does kick out some gravel, a little bit of sand and stuff. So you've got to be on your shit when you're riding this. And if you want to ride hard, you better really be paying attention riding hard.
Tanner brought up, I totally spaced it. So we were on the inside taking a right-hand corner, and the gravel had come down. It just had the rocks slid and came into our road. So I was trying to stay in my lane, but I saw that, so I was avoiding that, and that's why I went wide. And then the car was coming in.
How come I made the corner just fine?
Because you're better than me, Popeye. We know this.
We know this.
It's not a thing. I don't know what to tell you. Thanks, Tanner. I forgot about that part.
From there, you're just, thanks. And I'm glad he jumped in chat there. Tanner Whitaker in there is Squirt, the Squirt. I chatted in there.
You got any music for Squirt?
We never came.
We shouldn't have.
We
should not have music for him.
I had sound effects last time.
I was wondering if you had it handy.
I don't have it handy on the board. No.
Why is there a 90s porn going on right now? This is weird.
Yeah. So from here on, you just hug the coastline.
Yeah,
and this is where you're like,
man.
this is the trip. Foggy, sunny in spots. Can see some of the ocean. You pop in and out, and it was just a great we
So starting from this point, Ryan, here's one. We were on the last time we rode this like 7 or 8 years before this. We rode the one for a ways, then we jumped back inland, remember? And that's where we rode the 101 into San Fran. We were running out of time a little bit.
You just proved my point right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my
That's a bottle of scotch coming my way.
All right.
No, that's not where Oakdale
Nancy's.
was. Wrong answer.
Well, focus.
But
Wrong.
what I'm saying is when we came into San Fran, we came a different route this way.
That's not what you said. You said we went to Oakdale right after
I was
this.
wrong and right at the same time.
I was wrong.
Oakdale's like,
that's
we're
a
like 4
admin
days
thing
away
to
from
say.
Oakdale.
What I was trying to say is we came into San Fran.
We need a
different
wrestling
route.
match.
We stayed on the one instead of the 101.
Yes.
Holy butt.
So I'll buy you half a bottle.
So the fuck was I talking about?
No one knows.
So here's what I was
Just-
worried about is like when this trip originally had gotten booked, and some of you may have the same concern because I was talking to a guy at the gym the other day about this exact same thing.
You
And
go
I was
to a
telling
gym?
him that we rode the one, and he goes, oh man, he's like, that is just like a bunch of little beach towns, stop and go shit. And I go, that is exactly what my concern was about staying on the one all the way into San Fran. And I told him
It was
no.
hard for me to keep the ride plan on the 101.
Yeah,
it
one,
wants to
on the
or
one,
the
on the
one.
one.
Yeah.
It tries to take you off. Oh, it's a bitch.
So if you guys have ever thought about riding the one on the coast all the way down and you're having reservations because you think it's a bunch of little beach towns and shit, it's not.
Nope.
In fact, it's pretty damn wide open.
there are
There's
some
a
beach
lot
towns, but
there
not
are.
a ton.
But it is much less than you would think. And when we went anyway, easy passing.
Yep.
If you come up to a car, our entire group could easily get around. Beautiful scenery. It wasn't like you're driving in a city at 25 miles an hour.
There's a lot of pull-offs.
Nice curvy roads.
People were pulling
pull-offs.
out of the way for us, which
you
was
could
nice.
easily jump out and pass. So this was one of my concerns, like I said, is that when we originally booked this route, I was like, this is going to be stupid. All these little beach towns going to slow down, stuck into traffic, and it ain't like that at all, folks.
Yeah.
So if
No, it
you've
was
ever
nice.
thought of going out there and riding this, I would highly recommend doing it.
Yep. And that's exactly what we did and it was like I said, I'll put the ride plan in the show notes, but it's a bitch. It does not, Ride Planner does not want you on the one. It wants you on the 101, and you got to drag waypoints and just keep doing it. And you got to zoom in. If you guys don't know how to use Ride Planner, you want to learn how to use it and do what I just said. I do have a 4 purchase video on that, lawabidingbiker.com/buy-videos, or just go to our website and use the menu there. But
And since we're talking about it, sorry to cut you off, but since
No,
we're
no,
talking
it's
about
fine.
it, on the one, when you get further south, this day took us into San Fran, right? Am I right on that? From
Yes.
Eureka
Yeah.
to San Fran.
Yeah.
So
We'll
when
go
we get
back to
further,
lunch, but-
when we get further south on this, it is hard to stay on the one. In fact, we were having to look. The signs almost
That's what I was saying.
virtually disappear on the road.
yeah.
And Ride Planner constantly wants to kick you off. In fact,
sorry, I
even-
got ahead. This is what I was talking about.
even with
Yeah.
Ride Planner on on real time, it kept trying to shove me back to the 101. And there were a couple times, remember, we pulled over and we had to figure out which way we needed to go to stay on the one. Well worth your time to do it. But you get out in like farm country and there ain't jack shit around. And you're thinking,
my God, dude.
You're thinking only like 50 miles outside of San Francisco and there ain't shit out there. You'd be surprised.
Right.
But yeah, it is, it's all farmland, nothing out there. And you got to work your way to make sure that you stay on this road, but it is well worth it.
It's so open and farmland alike that we were able to stop and pull out and just take a leak on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we were just outside of San Francisco. I remember having the same thought. It's like, how close are we? Because it feels like
cold too.
It did get cold. I had to
right there as we started to layer up.
Yeah, I put my heated coat on at that point.
Yeah, we all did. We stopped and put heated gear and coat.
Started gearing up.
I just threw in the chat, if you want to learn how to use Harley Ride Planner, it's very capable, free software. You just create a Harley account and then you can upload it into your boombox, but it can be tricky and there's a lot of nuances, and I will take the learning curve out of it for you if you're interested in that video. lawabidingbiker.com/ride planners, how you get to that. Before we did all the one and all that, we did stop, which was really cool. And I picked this place, me and Lurch, but it didn't do it justice at all online. It was probably one of the coolest places we stopped for lunch, I think. And it's called Sepal Cove. It is all of a sudden you just get off the highway and it drops you down into this little city.
It's a cove. Yeah, it's a separate cove. Yeah.
Awesome little town.
Fort Bragg.
Yeah. There you go. Drop down into a valley, into the cove. It's a cool vibe. And at the Sepal Cove, we ate chowder. We gave it a 7 out of 10. Others ate fish and chips. Pretty good. There's some other places to eat there too. But
that was definitely the most popular place. I mean, there's a big line there.
Long line.
Yeah.
And
all of the places down there did.
You eat it out on the pier, right? There's tables out on the pier, and it was, I don't know what you guys thought. I thought it was
No, it was great. The only
badass.
thing that was kind of crappy was the parking.
Yeah.
Like trying to find parking, and then it's kind of gravel
it's
loose
busy.
and it's really busy. And so like
it's touristy.
all of us, we had to like makeshift, which it's nice being in a bike. Like I couldn't imagine being in a cage trying to figure out where to park, but we were all in bikes, and I think it was
Ask Squid, he's
right?
in chat. What happened to Squid's bike?
Yeah, Squid had a rough go at it.
So Squid decides to
It was in a business. It was the business right next door too.
Well, it was like a welding shop. It was a welding shop, but so on a weekend you wouldn't necessarily think they were open. And when we parked, they were closed up. There was nothing going on there. So he took a gamble and he parked
in front of their truck,
in front of their gate. They had a chain across their driveway, parked in front of their gate. And when we came back to get our bikes, his was doing the old disc. He has moved and his disco lights were going off. Or his alarm.
Somebody moved his bike.
They just picked
it wasn't
up and moved
stolen, but it was moved.
They moved it out of the way, and his helmet fell off, I believe.
Well, good thing those things are cheap.
Yeah, his helmet did fall off. It got scratched up and stuff, didn't it?
Good thing they're cheap.
After lunch, didn't he peel off to go see family?
Yeah, his dad lives down south of San Fran, and so he rode down and stayed there actually the entire time we were in San Fran.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit Sepal Cove. You will not be disappointed again. It's on the ride plan in the show notes when the show notes come out. So we'll keep going here. Make the time to hug the coast, like we said. Like Pop, I already talked about, crazy windy roads that would not stop. I mean, if you stay on the one going into San Francisco, foggy in places, then clear. Off and on. We hugged Highway 1 all the way down there, and it got colder to about 55 degrees. We stopped in the middle of nowhere to, we talked about that. Into San Francisco. It did take us longer than Ride Planner told us it would take. So it's a long day because we were coming from Eureka. If you're going to do this, leave like kickstands up like 7 in the morning if you don't want to get in after dark like we did, because we got in at like 09:20, or I guess that would be 21:20, 9:20 p.m. And it's dark. coming across the Golden Gate Bridge, foggy, dark.
And what a bitch.
Cold.
Like we come into there
man.
and literally like we're talking about is you would think right outside of San Fran, you'd start seeing more and more houses. But the way that we came in, it went from jack shit to major
Nothing,
city
yeah.
in about 30 seconds.
Like that.
And so
Yeah.
I'm leading this thing. And when we come into the road, Cowboy, I think, was next to me coming into the city, weren't you?
Yeah.
And we come in, all of a sudden I realize I'm like, holy shit, we're coming onto the Golden Gate. And we went from single lane road in literally a quarter of a mile to 7 lanes wide.
Yeah.
And it's like Ryan saying, dark, foggy. And I'm like,
Cars
oh,
going just
cars everywhere.
just everywhere, man.
And I got the whole group to be responsible for behind me. That was a little stressful at that moment.
Yeah.
A bit of a change.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Changes
cruising those
quickly.
2-lane roads and enjoying it. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, in late. That was not the plan. Again, Ride Planner was off on the timing on that, and the speed limits are slower. You do go through some beach towns. It's like 25 mile an hour. You got to slow down and all that kind of stuff. Plus, it's just, but gorgeous. Make sure you do it. We show up. We decided to stay at Marriott at Fisherman's Wharf. And had a debacle of a parking situation.
man.
They didn't know what to do with all the bikes.
I've never heard of that. Is that something that's normal? Like
I don't know.
It blew my mind.
It is in big cities, downtown cities.
I guess I don't. I don't go there. That just blows my mind.
You would think that they would plan ahead and have enough parking spaces for the hotel,
rooms that they rent.
but they never
Yeah.
do. And they always tell you, if we're full, you'll need to park in a
on the
public
street.
garage. It's over
Yeah.
here. And you know, if you're in a car, that's one thing. But obviously, on your Harley, you don't want to just park it out on the street somewhere.
Yeah.
And of course, they had like expensive fees, which were unbelievable. We were tired. We finally worked something out, but it was expensive. We thought we worked it out until we tried to leave, right? And we'll talk about that when so we went out on the town, but we were in really late. We just needed food. I don't know who picked this place, but it was just on the fly.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a lot of places open.
No, they
which
weren't
was-
open because of COVID.
Because
So
of
everything,
COVID.
everything was closing around like 9, I think.
That's right.
And
I forget
we're
we're
out.
still in
We're
COVID.
out. Trolling around. It's really late, like 10.
And we've learned from past rides during COVID that COVID really goes to bed at about 9 to 10.
Yeah.
You
So
can't get it after
close,
that.
Yeah,
Well,
if you close
yeah.
before you're safe. So
Yeah.
most restaurants won't stay open
Jeez.
past then.
Yeah, so that was
COVID has a bedtime.
COVID has a bedtime.
it's an early bedtime.
You also
He's
can't
retired.
get COVID. You can only get COVID if you're standing up. So you have to wear your
that's
mask
it, yeah.
to get to the table. But once you sit down, you
Good
can
to
take
go.
your mask off and eat, and you're safe
Yeah.
from COVID.
So funny.
So we couldn't find a place.
We're getting off that. We're not
Funny
going.
side
There.
story about that guy in my crew's only like 5'2". And so we were laughing like at the restaurants where, like you're saying, is if you're sitting, you're perfectly fine. But as soon as you stand up, you need to put a mask on because that's
Right.
where COVID will get you. So all of a
Yeah,
sudden it
he
hit
likes
me.
to stand.
I look at him, I'm like, dude, the reason you haven't got COVID is because you're fucking immune.
too short.
I go, you're down below COVID. if you were taller, COVID would get you.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Anywho.
So we ate at the boardroom. It was a packed bar, but they had just like chicken wings and nachos, and I'm not gonna lie, it tasted damn good. They had some outside heaters. We're downtown San
That place
Francisco.
was actually cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
They had the little
Sat outside,
fire
just
torch thing, tiki torch things, and
Propane heaters.
Propane heaters, yeah.
yep.
Just chilled.
And then we hit 2 other bars. Nothing spectacular, but okay for a Saturday night. And the
Until-
guys
dun, dun,
tied.
dun.
Oh, the guys decided to tie one on. Oh, I was watching some footage in the documentary about the girl fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on there because I was
Dude.
filming the girl fight.
Nice.
Man. Yeah, we played pool for
You
like-
guys played some pool at one bar. Do you remember I don't remember the names of any of those places.
No,
Bunch
it
of- a
was
couple
like-
Irish places.
yeah.
We actually got into like an Irish area, I think, of San
so.
Fran down
There was some crazy Irish guy talking to
Oh
Fuente,
my God, that dude was so.
Was it
annoying.
Irish or Italy?
and he kept eyeballing
No,
us
Little
because
Italy
we had
was the next
cameras.
day.
Yeah. And there you go. In bed at 0200 hours.
Nice and early.
Perfect.
But that's okay.
That
'cause
guy ended up buying Fuente a drink
He
afterwards.
did?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
kind of pissy with him
The
at
angry
first.
Irish guy?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he was best friends after
Oh,
that.
yeah, that guy. Now I remember.
he played him this song.
Dude, he was, I thought he was going to get an old Donnybrook.
I thought he was gonna-
I thought we were going
I
to,
thought the guy was going to want to fight.
going to have to start separating
Throwing
some people.
fisticuff, boys.
Jeez.
Yeah, no doubt.
Put up your dukes.
It was
down,
random
boys.
too. I think he got shot down by that girl, and that's kind of
That's what pissed him
started
off.
it,
Yeah,
and
he
then he
was-
just locked
That's
into
right.
us.
That's right. He was
because
sitting
there
there
was
hitting on
some
that
girl
gal.
on the bar, and then she went and just walked away from him when they were closing.
And it's okay
I don't think you like that.
that we were in late because the next day was a free day. And
What?
so
We don't have
it was
those.
fine. We did.
Ryan.
We're starting to put those into
What?
trips so we don't run so hard.
Man.
Hey, cowboy.
You know what? Those street glides, that butt buffer, you know?
Oh,
I needed something, a better seat, butt buffer, mid-roll. You can ride longer. Treat your ass with some respect already. You know what I'm saying? Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin, hospital-grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials. And it's unlike gel pads. No, Popeye. Not gel pads. They won't leak if they're punctured. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around on your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easy cleanup, and yep. It helps damper vibrations.
God,
this commercial's taken. This is the longest butt buffer commercial in law-abiding biker history.
With plenty of models to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head over to Law Abiding Biker Store and check out our lineup of butt buffer seat cushions.
And we were all rocking the butt buffers on the way down.
Yeah,
go ahead,
Cowboy
Lurch.
was one of the original testers because when Butt Buffer reached out to us, they sent us a few, and we were heading to Sturgis. Yes?
Yep. Yeah, street bob.
Yep.
Yeah, I was on the street
and
bob.
I thought he's going to need something for his ass and
do you
riding that
mean?
street bob.
What do you mean?
Threw him one. So you're like one of the OG testers. We love those things.
How are we doing in the chat here? We're doing
well.
okay.
Doing well. Ross
Looks like
Combs
Popeye's making a run for it.
Yeah.
Let's see where he goes. I've got him on the camera. Which don't knock any stuff over.
Easy.
There almost goes a beer can.
Oh, empty can.
Can you not put the beer
False
can by
soldier.
the router, please?
The whole
Our whole live stream's gonna go down, dude. Can you not put the beer by the
that's right.
frickin' router?
So this is fine.
God.
Tanner brings up a good point about the Irish guy. I forgot this point.
Did Squirt?
So I
Please refer to him as
good.
Squirt.
I'm good. Tanner says the Irish guy
Squirt.
was a
Please
homeless.
refer to him as Squirt.
Squirts.
Whatever. Squirt. He says the Irish guy was homeless because we saw him in the park the next, 2 days later, sleeping on a bench.
yeah.
I forgot that part. I'm glad he brought it up. And
Was he
Ross-
homeless or just made bad decisions
Well, it could have-
continually?
Could have been both.
I think if you just, I think both. Yes.
Yeah, he just fell asleep.
Ross also says I can actually picture a cowboy as a San Francisco treat.
Ross Tones. Oh, nice. Patron member.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, nice.
Hey, I'm not the one that had some fun in old San Fran. Actually, we had some stunt scootering.
We're going to do day 4. We're going to jump into day 4, and then we're going to, what do you think? Or do you think we should?
I think we should cut it here. It's been 2 hours.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let us know in the comments.
Is that because then we got 4 through 9? We got 5 days to go.
Yeah, you got 110 people
up to
watching
you.
still.
All right. Day 4. Go.
Well, I don't know. Should we
Comment
do day
section,
4?
let us
Comments.
know.
Let us know. Should we do day 4
Let us
or
know.
should we wrap it up and then just we'll do
Save
day
it
4
for
through
later.
9. Save it. We're at most we're going to go through day 4, and then we're going to wrap it. And then of course, patron members will get the part 2 of 2 in the back of their patron accounts.
God, that back door gets you every time. Huh?
The old
Gets all
patron
the good
accounts.
stuff.
What?
All the good stuff.
Popeye has been holding it. He's still over at the urinal there. Yeah.
Rookies. Can't hold their water.
I'm looking in here.
Oh man, that free day.
Charles
I'm telling you
Wilburn.
guys, if you want to listen to anything, listen to the free day.
Leo Lopez
Because
says, keep it going.
it's freaking nuts, guys.
I say day 4 says Charles
All right.
Wade.
Hey,
Okay.
do it. We'll do it.
We're only doing day 4 though, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And then episode 2 of 2, of course, we're going to do not live, but patron members, you'll get it within a day because Lurch will make sure it gets in your patron accounts. And then everybody else who's not a member, you'll get part 2 of 2 probably in a couple months when it comes out in regular podcast format. We appreciate you guys sticking around and all the super chats. And if you want to throw us some more super chats, we'll certainly would appreciate it. We have no problem with the super chats and all those that have left them. It's just been amazing. We'll stay on for day 4 here of 9.
Oh yeah.
So San Francisco.
free day. What do you do in
Free
San Francisco when you
day.
have nothing else to do?
Well, we've gotten a little, before we get into that, we've gotten
Yeah.
a little bit smarter in our old ages, and we've built in some free days in
Which is
some of the
nice.
bigger
It was-
cities. Because back in the day, we'd just ride, which I love to ride. But you get up in the morning, you ride all day long, you get into some place when it's dark, you eat food at a bar somewhere. Next thing you know, we're off and going again.
Yeah.
Not really getting to see some of the towns. So this trip, we built in a couple of extra days here and there. And you know what? I think it's going to turn out, as far as the documentary, it's going to be some of the funniest stuff.
We got some great footage.
And this year's trip, going to Minnesota.
We got some free days too.
Duluth, and we're going to end up in Duluth, and we've got some free days.
Be good.
I think the guys have realized that, but we're going to have to ride hard. I'm not. Well,
the first
I could get off
couple
track.
Days are
we got to lay miles, but we're learning that some of the funnest things. And if you're going to go on a trip, it just brings up some good conversation. You know, if you're going to go on a trip with a group of guys, or a group of gals, whatever it is we used to just not bake in that time, like Lurch says. And I will tell you, some of riding motorcycles is good memories, and we love that part of it. But some of the best memories we have, especially on this last trip, are from our free days when we weren't actually riding motorcycles, because you get to
memories
bond.
we didn't have.
Right. You get to bond in a different way, and you never know what's going to happen. And that you're going to find out what happened on day 4. Some ridiculous.
You guys, I can't wait to show you. Like this is.
I've been wondering what happened. I'm ready to get filled in here.
There's his. Did you get in the vodka? He got in the vodka. Here we go. Jesus. Here we go. And we still got a second episode to do. You weren't in here. Everybody wanted us to do day 4 before we go to 2 of 2. So we're going to do day 4, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm good. I got to run the ship. So I can't, unfortunately, I can't drink like these guys. I got all this.
Don't listen to him.
I got all this tech stuff to frickin', I got to deal with all this.
Yeah, you're just
tech.
drinking water. So it's.
So I got to keep it real. But,
so San Fran, this is where it starts, boys. This is,
dude.
And we were worried about San Fran. This is one of the things that you were worried about going on this trip, is that it's going to be just a shithole.
Yep.
And there's just going to be crap everywhere.
Well, and I don't like big cities either. Like, I don't like the crowds. I don't like having to worry about parking. You know, I don't like that usually. But this was,
so I talked to
a random day.
A buddy at the gym, and he was telling me he'd just been to San Fran, and he's like, man, it was clean down by Fisherman's Wharf, which is the touristy area. He's like, clean. It was super nice. Came back to Seattle, which is a shithole, which isn't very far away from us. And he's like, man, Seattle, absolute shithole. He goes, tents everywhere, homeless everywhere, shit on the side of the street, smelled like piss everywhere he went. And so, like I said, listen to him. I was like, maybe it won't be too bad.
So we had actually planned this, and this is what I'm talking about, one of the unplanned events that happened. We had actually planned to walk around San Francisco and or take Ubers. I needed to get some specific film shots and some drone shots and things like that. And my chief operations officer, who's not in his seat right now,
right here, buddy, right here.
Coming back over here. Yep, he's in the camera over there. There's his butt. Good shot of his butt walking back to his seat there. Now he's going to the liquor over there.
What do you need, bud?
All right. Nothing. We can't see on camera there anyways. You're way out of shot. But Lurch was going to carry, my chief operations officer was going to carry he'd be my pack mule and carry my pack everywhere with all the film gear. And so we set out on foot. And we weren't sure quite what we were going to do. We kind of left it a free day, but we did know, of course, we want to, the Golden Gate Bridge, of course, we wanted to see that, and what's the other bridge? The Bay Bridge. What's the other big bridge?
That was just called the Bay Bridge.
Bridge is the Bay Bridge. Okay.
I thought maybe.
Yeah. If I'm wrong,
I think so.
I forget, but I think that, we wanted to see some of that stuff. We wanted to see some of the downtown area. We didn't know where we were going to eat lunch, and we kind of just winged it. Well, it wasn't very long, and it was Squirt's idea. He's the youngest in the group.
Yeah.
And we forgot that in these big, in the big cities like that, they've got these programs where they have electric bikes and scooters. Lime's one of them. And then Scoot Kick is the other one, I think. Lime and Scoot Kick have scooters and bikes.
I think I still got the apps
I do
on
too.
my
I
phone.
do too. Well, I'll use them in different cities. Scoot Kick and
Spin.
Scoot Kick. I got Scoot Kick on here.
It's
I got
Scoot Kick
Spin.
and Lime.
That was one of them, right?
No, I never used Spin.
Lime.
I use
got
Scoot
Lime.
Kick. Scoot Kick is the first ones we got. Anyways, Scoot Kick and Lime. There's a bunch of them. And different cities call them different things depending on where you are. But it wasn't very far. We were walking, and Squirt's like, dude, there's electric bikes. And I'm like, that's freaking brilliant. Brilliant. because we could get around town that much faster. And they're electric bikes, but they're pedal bikes. They're assisted electric bikes. And of course, the youngest is Squirt, and the rest of us are in between. And then your oldest is Jeffy.
Sturgis
Jeff, Grumpy Sturgis.
Who has no
Jeff.
idea other
Indian
than a
John,
checkbook.
but did Indian John go on this
No.
one? So yeah.
And so, of course, none of us had the apps for this because you got to have an app. You got to scan the bikes to get them unlocked and all this kind of shit. And oh my God.
Sturgis Jeff didn't know where to put his checkbook.
Oh,
He didn't know how to pay
dude.
for the bike.
He was getting grumpy. And we were all like, by the time
We're all just riding laps around him, waiting for him to figure it out.
by the-
Squirt says dangerous and lawlessness.
no shit. That's what it was too. That's what it was. But so Squirt luckily was helping Grumpy Sturgis Jeff. By the time Jeff could find his credit card in his wallet because he just wanted to do it with the credit card. I already had the app downloaded. I had an account set up. I had my credit card information, and I was sitting on my bike. Seriously, and we were all riding around waiting.
And not to mention that where he had to put his credit card in, probably had a scanner on it anyway.
Dude, somebody find that picture of us all. So
we're all lined up.
So we hear if somebody can find that.
Is it in the group me?
It'll be in the group me. So what it'll be on my Instagram too. If you go to @Scrappy587. So we got the bikes, and of course, in true law-abiding biker style, and of course we're all with the club Sworn Few. I had everybody line up, and it will make the documentary film. I took a still shot of it, but I have film of it too.
I got it.
I got everybody, text it to me. I got everybody lined up and on the bikes riding two abreast, just like if we were on motorcycles in perfect formation, coming down the hill, and epic shot. And he's texting it to me now. Did you do it?
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay, let me look.
She's a coming. Stand
Because
by.
it is a funny freaking picture. And yeah, there you go. Come on. Oh, there it is. It's coming in. And okay, let me bring this up and I'll show the audience here. So here's the, you got to love this. This is,
we're still riding side by side everywhere we go.
riding side by side. And these are the funny, and these aren't cool bikes by any means. They got little bells on them, but these are the electric assisted bikes. But this is what I'm talking about. Some of the memories that are made on these trips that maybe aren't on. And look at Mouse has a cigar. I can't zoom in anymore. In that Mouse has a cigar hanging out of his mouth while he's
Just
riding.
sent you another one that
Did you? Okay.
about cigars.
Let me
Gorgeous shot.
gorgeous shot with cigars. Let me take him out of that. Let me go into here. Here.
my
Fuente.
gosh.
Here, I'll show you guys.
Fuente. Look
Here, I'll
at
show you
that.
guys this one. Yeah, Fuente with the cigar hanging out of his mouth. Dude, that is a money shot. You took that one.
No,
Or did I pull that from still?
You
Oh,
pulled it as still.
I pulled that from
Yeah,
still
yeah,
out of
yeah.
video. Yeah.
Hey, Ross has got a good idea. That last picture with us riding in formation should be a poster in our garage.
That's
Dude.
So
awesome.
that's a good
That
idea,
should-
That's
actually,
awesome.
because we've been kind of sprucing up the place here in the last couple of weeks. We got some other signs that we're working
Yes.
on, but we might have to get one of those for this shop.
That's a great idea.
That would be good.
Be a great
It
one.
is a pull from a video, but
Yeah.
I can do it
Yeah,
in
it's-
fairly high resolution. We can keep it small. It's
Yeah.
just you can't blow it up very
Sure,
big because it's
sure.
pulled from video. But anyways, so yeah, we got, and so it was brilliant. Thanks to Squirt.
Dude, it was fun.
I
and
was apprehensive. I'm not going to lie.
Were
I've
you?
been on
Yeah,
a
tell us about it.
I have not been on a bicycle in a long time. And you get on one, and if you haven't been on one for a while, just keeping the front tire from going back and forth and keeping my balance was a bit sketchy. And the bummer of it is the first one.
the guy that's afraid to go on a gondola
The first one.
and afraid to skydive is afraid on a bike too. Imagine that.
I'm smart enough not to jump
Well, then
out
he
of
got
a
passed.
good airplane.
Then he got passed by a 7-year-old.
Don't get me started on that conversation, but you'll get on a motorcycle where there's fatals every day.
Hey, well, we make choices in life, and that's
right.
the ones I decide to make.
Anyway, the bike.
Anyways, back to the bike.
And the bike.
I stand by them. But I've never rode one of these. They're like, oh, it's an electric bike, and I'm hitting the little button. It ain't doing jack shit. I think mine was dead.
They are kind of sketchy. Some of them don't have very good battery. These things, they're abused.
Oh, for sure.
Clearly, from Popeye in the opening shot, they're abused.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the
Yeah.
opening shot of my documentary film. The bike, that's the open scene, and it's highly abused.
And San Francisco is
He actually
a
got
hilly.
kicked off Scoot Kick. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. San Francisco is a hilly town, right?
Oh,
and
sure,
so we were
It is
the
hilly.
first hill that we came to. I'm trying to give that bike a little bit of juice. I got jack shit out of it. So I'm standing up and I'm pumping that bike, and my thighs
Are you sure
were
it's not because of
burning.
your size?
It could be.
Mine was going really fast.
Well, you weigh like 100 pounds. I mean, that could be part of it.
I don't know.
If
I just had to throw that out there.
If you're a good sized guy and you're on that bike, it's not really hauling ass with the little electric part.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, they aren't. And like you say, it's true. And
some are better than
the
others.
funny part was who had the bike that was having the most problems?
Sturgis.
Sturgis. And talk about it, because was he supposed to be humping up a hill after?
I don't think so.
No.
After his medical.
So like we said, he had a medical little emergency, and
Prior to the trip.
Yeah, prior to the emergency, or prior to the trip, and so
It's HIPAA.
gets
We can't
released.
say.
Yeah,
HIPAA.
gets released
HIPAA.
to the trip.
Yeah.
And what was
allowed
funny
to talk
is
about
like
it.
like we were talking about earlier, he doesn't want to download the app. I'm using my credit card, and just like, nope, not doing that. So he gets on a regular bike without the assist of
that's right.
electric.
That's right.
The electric motor. And so I just remember the whole group sitting up at the top of this hill waiting for him one time, and it's to the point where he's got to get off the bike and he's pushing it up this hill. And I look at everybody, I go, I would probably let him trade him bikes, but I'm like, fuck him. I go,
That's exactly what you said too.
That's
I'm like,
verbatim,
I go,
verbatim.
if he wants to be that stubborn, he needs to learn a lesson. And everybody said, yep, same thing.
Agree. Because he was pissy.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was
pissy, and then
he was in a bad mood.
He's riding up one of those hills, and I'm like, good God, is he supposed to be doing that? I know he got cleared, but is he supposed to be doing
I
that?
kept checking in with him. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah,
I'm good.
I was
I'm good.
thinking we're going to have to call seriously.
Yeah,
like this
blow
is
something out.
Yeah, this is going to end bad here. But the electric bikes were good. We took them all the way over. Some epic film shots that are going to make the documentary film funny as shit. We ended up taking the electric bikes. Apparently, there's perimeters. We were learning.
Don't go outside the boundary.
Yeah, apparently there's boundaries, and if you take the bikes, which we did, we made it to the Golden Gate Bridge, so we could view it, but you can't go past.
There is some parameters to those perimeters.
Okay, well, yeah, true.
You can. It's a bike.
Tell
You
us.
can pedal it outside of those.
Right. I see what you're saying.
The geo fence. You can get outside that, but if you do, don't
But when
block
you're
it.
done, when you're done,
Because
Shut it off.
And they charge you.
Yeah.
Luckily, they charge you a pretty hefty fee
For going outside.
for going outside. But if it's your first time, they
waive it.
They emailed
The
us
first
and they
one.
said, this is your first offense.
Yeah, we'll
and we're
waive
like,
you.
we'll waive the fee,
Yeah.
but it was like $25 or
Yeah.
something.
And we were surprised. They said just leave them there. We're like, what? They go around and pick them up at some point and then
Yeah.
take them back into the city. But ours were
We didn't
locked
know
up.
we actually had no clue we were going outside the perimeter. I didn't know.
I didn't
I wasn't
until
paying
it
attention
was
to that. But I was
already,
like, we're still in the city.
Right.
You can ride these things anywhere, but they will die. And talk about the locking of them.
Well, the battery part.
Don't
won't
follow
work. You can
Cowboys'
still
advice.
pedal. You can still
is-
pedal it,
right?
Mine worked fine.
But when you park them, it's got this little cable that you can put into the back and lock it, and it basically stops the time. So
Yeah.
we just,
what
that was the
starts
idea
and stops.
anyways.
The
So
idea Cowboy had said
Yeah.
lock them.
So his actually would
Mine
go in
would.
and out, but ours locked.
I think it's because
Yours
we were
and mine
so
locked.
close that, yeah.
We
No,
couldn't-
I
we
think
couldn't-
I'm better than
We couldn't
you guys.
reactivate them. They were dead. They were locked
Yeah.
up. You couldn't pedal. Couldn't do nothing with them.
And then they were still charging us, weren't they? Because we had to call. We had two people that had to actually call.
I didn't have to
Because
call.
I called. Yeah, I called for somebody. Who did I call for? I don't remember. Maybe it was Ryan. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe you did call for me.
I called for
'cause I was
somebody
probably
because
getting
it was
film
still
shots.
going. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was you. Yeah. So I called. You had to call him and say, "Hey, it won't unlock, but it's still charging me, and it's locked up. I can't take it anywhere." And
Right.
they reset whatever that bike is and
Yeah.
stopped the charging and refunded or whatever. So
Yeah.
And
it
what's
was
crazy
me and
is we-
somebody else. Maybe Mouse had to call.
We
So-
say outside of like the service area. This is at the San Francisco Bridge. It's
Yeah,
not
you're
like
right at the
we're
foot of the
But
Way
it's
the hell away.
right
We're-
at it. As soon as we went up the hill, is
Right.
the out of bounds. We went just a little bit past the observatory. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of funny that
Things
was
you know.
outside of the bridge. But
It is funny.
But after this, we
Well,
learned a lesson.
We did learn a lesson, but we're bikeless now.
Yeah, so-
and we had to walk quite.
Well, some of
I
us are
wasn't.
bikeless.
I wasn't bikeless.
You and I were. Ours
Okay,
locked up.
That's right.
I think
Cowboy
Jeff's-
was not.
Jeff's might have locked.
You guys
up.
left us behind
Yeah, we
in the
yeah,
dust.
we said, yeah,
F these
have a nice
butos.
day. Yeah.
We took off.
Yep.
So we're all walking.
Your fault
Anyways.
for listening to me.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Wait,
we
yeah,
took
right.
off. We took off back towards the city, and there was a couple of us that still had our bikes. And then we decided we'd seen all these people on scooters, electric scooters.
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Sounds like a
Why not?
grand idea.
So from this point on, we never got back on another bike or something
exactly.
that was not run by electricity, and we'd bomb all over on these things, and they'll do
man.
like 15 to 18 miles an hour.
scooters.
These are
Oh,
little scooters, no freaking suspension on them or nothing.
Yeah.
And you're hauling ass. They're great.
Yeah, they were fun.
And I was, apprehensive about getting on a bike. You can imagine me getting on a scooter.
He was worried about
That
the
thing
scooter.
was sketchy as shit
They're
when
sketchy,
I first got on
especially
it.
when you have a full DSLR
Yeah, I got a
camera with a
backpack
big
on.
ass lens. We've got backpacks off. We've
I
got
was your Sherpa during
Yeah.
the day.
I had a DSLR,
film
but
gear.
yeah, you had the film gear.
Yeah.
Cameras hanging around our neck with
Man.
with not
Mics,
gorilla pods,
tripods,
but tripods.
all sorts of things.
Trying to ride it with one hand.
Yeah, that was sketch.
And I'm trying to
scooter.
vlog out with
yeah.
trying to vlog out with one hand and ride the scooter and the brake, and I well, I almost went down a couple times during the day, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that. But I'm vlogging. But I have to tell you, the shots, and I know you did the same thing because
Yeah.
Cowboy was running film too. He was filming. Those shots are going to be epic.
Oh my
I viewed a
gosh.
few of them in the
So good.
in the edit. But yeah, the electric scooters by far one of the best memories I have of the trip. We were riding, and I've got photos of that too, of us riding. I pulled some still shots. I don't know where they are, but some still shots of us riding through the streets of San Francisco, jumping off curbs and bumping into each other and just cutting traffic. We were totally just.
Well, and nobody. I was expecting people to start honking us and
Oh,
get pissed. It's just normal.
It's just normal.
We're
to it.
splitting.
we were
lane
lane
splitting down there.
I don't
Right
know if
up
it's
the
legal
light.
still.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's legal. I wouldn't
and
advise it, but but we didn't care. I
Nobody
guess.
got mad whatsoever. And then the thing is once we hit to Tahoe, what do? Jump on scoots.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
man, that was the way to get around after that. Because the thing is,
Oh, it's so fun.
Your time
It's so
is
fun.
limited.
Feel
Your
like a
time's
kid.
limited. You want to
Yeah.
spend forever walking to get to your next destination, or just swipe the app. Get
Yep.
on one and take you to the next place, and it's fun. Like you said, you feel like a little kid doing it.
Oh, God.
So
I felt-
it's a way to get around. It's a lot of fun.
It was nothing but smiles from everybody.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we were like little kids, and it is the best way to get around. And we saw so much more because of it, and we weren't beat. As far as cost goes, I think I maybe spent $100
Maybe.
Yeah.
or something like that.
Well,
It's
we
not-
did.
but you think
we
of it
did have to
anywhere.
rent several of them one time. You ran like 6 because we couldn't get one to unlock.
Yeah.
That was the biggest issue. Was you take your phone, you get it
Yeah,
up to
quality
the
control.
Some
get
were
it up
dead.
some were dead, or some wouldn't unlock. And you're like, well, I just paid $4 for that one, but it won't work. And you go to the next one, and the
Yeah.
next one. But ultimately, it was a lot of fun. And what I learned is the faster you go, the smoother it gets.
Yep.
So just keep that bitch pegged.
And the more you drink, the
yeah.
smoother it
The
gets.
less
That
you
could
care.
be.
Yeah.
Right after lunch, they
And I
got a
also-
lot smoother.
I also learned one other lesson is it might be 60 degrees and foggy and comfortable, but you will burn the living shit out of your forehead if you don't have a hat on or some
sunblock.
Some sunblock. Jesus, I mean, I don't know if you remember a couple days
yeah.
later, I got flakes like just coming off. I take my helmet off and there's just flakes in my helmet.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I will tell you during my testing, I want to give a thorough review here. If you have to choose between Scoot Kick and Lime, by far, Scoot Kick has the power. They've got the torque, dude. You can wheelie the Scoot Kick
were
ones,
faster.
dude. They've definitely had more juice.
Might even do a burnout.
They might even do a burnout, which probably made the
maybe.
documentary.
Maybe.
maybe. But the Scoot Kick ones, dude, yeah, you could get some air off the curbs and all that. Let's see. So Golden Gate Bridge. I'm just looking through the notes here. Yeah, we found the scooters, rode all over. Definitely the best way to see the city. Yeah, the Bay Bridge. We visited the Bay Bridge. Beautiful and sunny now. We ate on the water. We ate seafood. Do you guys remember original?
Oh,
Do you guys remember the name of where we ate
No,
lunch? It was
it
total
was just-
random
it was
pick.
just a
no,
little bar.
we were just riding around trying to find a place, and that place actually was
They had cold beer.
really good.
It was
I thought
it was hot out on the patio.
it was hot, but
it was
We
good.
separated and we met up there.
That's right.
Remember?
We all got
yeah.
separated, and that's something I want to talk about. That's not in the notes. So you guys went ahead. I think Lurch's scooter died, and the battery just died, and then you
Right.
just got
You
to
gotta
leave
try and
it.
find
You
one.
got to find another one.
Yeah.
But what you guys missed was,
Oh, this is nuts.
do you guys remember so what happens in San Francisco is it's like a group
I
of
think they call them takeover crews.
whatever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, takeover
we saw them
crews.
too. We saw
So
these
they're
guys.
like, I just want to call them like a beehive.
Yeah.
But these guys, and it's totally illegal, but I don't care. I think it's badass. But I don't know that
stupid,
people.
But it was fun to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think people in San Francisco appreciate it or other places in the
I
U.S.
couldn't believe the stuff they were doing on the street.
And we'll explain what it is. And then, so these groups of bikers come in, and we're on our electric scooters because our bikes are back at the hotels.
Because we're awesome.
But they come in with dirt bikes and adventures and Groms, and there was even Harleys in there.
Four-wheelers.
Four-wheelers.
Yeah.
And they come through the main pier drag, whatever that is, along San Francisco, along the San Francisco Bay there. And they are freaking doing crazy ass wheelies and stoppies and burnouts and stunts. And then there's this big, huge parking lot, and it's a dead area. And they have it with the big cinder blocks blocked off. Clearly, it's not like, clearly it was made for them. Or the city of San Francisco is not going to do anything with it because they knew, and obviously nobody was stopping them.
Yeah.
They went straight there, and I happened to be there right at the time. Of course, I've got my camera. Were you with me, Lurch?
We were there and we're trying to get a freaking scooter to unlock. That was like
That's right.
You were on your fourth or fifth
Fourth or fifth scooter trying to get unlocked, and I'm
And
like,
these guys just show up out of nowhere.
And they go in that parking lot, and it's just so cool to watch because they're doing all kinds of stunts and, like I say, wheelies and stoppies and burning out, and it's loud as shit.
Dudes can ride.
Yeah, you got two
Well,
strokes
there's so
in there.
many, yeah. And
Dudes-
it was just a lot.
Yeah. A lot of them no helmets and shit. Just
They're just
crazy
ripping.
shit,
Yeah.
man. But if you're down there, I don't know what they call them. If somebody's in the chat and they know, takeover crews or whatever, but it's just I don't know. Like
I call
it must have
them
been
assholes.
like, yeah. Normally, if you were in a car, it'd probably be very bothersome. Or I'm sure the San Francisco downtown, city council and things don't like it. It interrupts and blocks. They just block traffic. They just take over the whole road because they're doing stunts on the road, and I'm sure it's keeping people from going to work. So as a motorist, I'm sure I wouldn't like it, but as a avid scooter rider, I appreciate it very much. I'm not going to lie, on vacation and could give two shits about how quick I get anywhere. I appreciate it. So thank you, Takeover Crew, for the show. Shout out Takeover Crew.
Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah. So how did we end this day? So
Went to bed early.
Well, I think
7, 8 o'clock.
I think an accident could have happened. Didn't we go to dinner at a nice place, or was that?
Yeah, it was a super nice place.
Didn't we go to dinner? Didn't we ride scoots up on the hill? Isn't this where my accident happened?
I think
that was on the way back.
We walked up there.
Yeah, we walked up there.
A few guys might have scooted on the way back.
We scooted on the way up there. No,
I didn't.
You scooted on the way back. That's where you got in the argument with the homeless guy in the park.
Oh, that'll happen.
Yeah.
That's where
that
you
was
got.
on our
So
way
don't tell
back.
me you didn't ride. You rode back.
We ended up riding back.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't think I
there's
could
a few of
find.
them that
I think a
stayed.
few rode up, but I couldn't find one. When we were getting ready to go, there was nothing right around where we were.
I had locked mine up, but I knew where it was.
Yeah, I didn't have one available. So
I think that's
hooked it.
true. I think some of us maybe jumped on the ones we'd left and then rode up
So
there.
some did walk up, but we ate at Original Joe's Italian, and it was good. And downtown San Francisco, of course.
Right.
By the time we get out, it's dark, of course, and we did get a scoot. You did get an argument with a homeless guy in the park. Not gonna lie to you.
Which was like right outside
He came
the
at you.
restaurant.
He came at you, but you outscooted him. Dude, you outscooted him. I've never seen
Skills.
Dude, you
No.
wheelied out it.
Skills.
He was going straight towards you, dude.
At that point,
He
I
didn't like
didn't
you.
feel comfortable with my
Bob
scooter.
and weave.
Right. He was bobbing and weaving and peeling out and flipping the homeless guy off. I don't know what he
I'm faster than you. Ah.
I'm on a scooter. Look at me. Come get me.
I don't even recall that. What was his problem?
I don't know.
Oh, it was just a dude because it was right outside
I
the
think we were
restaurant.
together, right?
Likely because
Yeah.
you had a few beers in you too.
Likely.
Yeah, he was
It's
yelling.
nice you can say this stuff now because he's retired.
Yeah, right.
Before we'd had to be like, well, I mean, he just had a couple waters, and I mean, the homeless guy just came out of nowhere, and it wasn't his fault. You might have been popping off when you were going by.
Probably. Hey, fuck you.
He was a jerk. I'm not going to lie to
Yeah.
you. He started it, but you weren't going to. You didn't let it go right away. So yeah, just saying.
Well, thank you for being there and helping me make good decisions.
I did. I said, Lurch, we're going to wheelie out of this.
We're out.
We're out.
We're
out.
scoots out.
We got to get to the hotel now.
Ryan has to do some maneuvers in the middle of the roadway.
Okay, so Do you want to tell the story about my motors drills, or do you want me to tell it in the middle?
I think you should tell it just to really bring the full experience of what you.
So I decided that I had a few cocktails in me too. I'm not going to lie to you.
Water,
water, just pure ice water, and I've had a great day. Remember now, around my neck, I've got the tripod and I've got the big DSLR with lens on it, and we're getting some shots. And this is after the argument with the homeless guy. And I decide in the middle of the street that I'm going to do some figure 8 motorcycle drills like we do on the police motorcycles.
You were bar locking.
I was doing full, I was squatted down. Oh, I was owning it, feeling good, bar locking that baby.
You guys know where this is going.
Till I pegged out. Yep. And you can only get those so low, just like a Harley. And I framed it. You were filming.
Oh, yeah. It's all on film.
It's all on film.
It's all on film.
It's hanging around my neck at this time.
Yep.
And I go down like a sack of shit.
Just face first.
Oh, my God. And I went down, and of course I've got the camera, and the camera lens got all dinged up. It hit luckily it didn't break.
Yeah.
It hits the.
Well, they're cheap, so.
Yeah, they're real cheap. Real cheap to replace those lenses. Yeah, no big deal. And dented that one all up, and I actually I fucked my finger up. I actually thought I broke it. It actually was broke. I know that for a fact. It was broke, but it was my middle finger, and I had to ride the rest of the trip. And in fact, we'll talk about it in part 2. When we met the patrons, everybody wanted to shake my hand. I wanted to shake their hand, but I had to keep telling everybody I got to do left hand. When we came back from the trip, I had to give a motor school. I had to teach a 2-week motor school, and I was really worried that I was going to be able to. It was my left hand because it was a clutch hand, and I was really worried whether I was going to be able to clutch the bike. And through the rest of the trip, I never went to the doctor for it, but I know because it swelled up and it was purple.
Oh, it was brutal.
But it wasn't out of place. You know what I mean? We've all broken fingers before, and it finally healed. Probably it took a couple months to where I could make a fist, but I could still clutch the bike. Okay, I was just easy on it the rest of the trip, and I didn't really want to go to the doctor on a trip and all that kind of stuff. So,
but most importantly,
why is Popeye looking at me over there?
Most importantly, it's in 1080p.
It is,
and it's coming at you guys.
It's definitely gonna. So, were you in 120 for slow mo,
dude? I thought about that after, I think, and I don't think I was because it was so dark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would.
So I think I was just running in.
It'll still be awesome.
But it's either way. It's all on video, guys.
It'll still be awesome. Popeye,
magical.
Mouse, and Squirt
all in bed
Fuente stayed and made bad decisions. They stayed in town to drink, and while the rest of us went to the hotel to go
fake news
to sleep. Fake news, my ass.
Fake news.
Oh God! Now I do want to say one thing. We love our patron members, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Lurch. We love our patron members.
So nice.
We want to get to know you better. We want you in the private Facebook group, and we want to get you benefits like these live video broadcasts and chat that we do all the time for our patrons. We want to meet you at the meetup events. But hey, if the only way you can support us is through a flat donation, we never balk at a flat donation. We want to thank the following people for donating.
Christy Stray does not leave a city where she's from. Richard McKean of the Villages, Florida, gave a substantial donation. Joseph Malecki did not say where he was from either, but we thank you anyway.
Lawabidingbiker.com/donate if you just want to simply leave us a flat donation. It helps put a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank.
And keep this bitch rolling on down the road.
That's right. We thank you. Again, lawabidingbiker.com/donate. And same with all the super chats that have came in over this. So, yeah.
You guys are killing it.
It has been a great time, guys. That was day 4. We got a couple more things here as we take it out.
4 hours later.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Part 1. There is going to be a part 2 of 2, and then I've got a couple more announcements. So part 2 of 2, we're going to record. It's not going to be live, but you patron members, by tomorrow, Lurch and I actually work together tomorrow. We'll make sure and upload it to your patron account so you can watch and listen to part 2 of 2. And the rest of you, you'll get it in a couple months when it comes out on regular podcast format. You can listen on any podcast platform of your choice. iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, any podcast app. We're everywhere. you'll be able to get part 2 of 2. We appreciate y'all being in there. And it's always a long afternoon when we do these because the next one will be day 5 through 9. And here we go, guys. YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube.com/Ryan Urlacher. Get over there, hit that link. Make sure you hit subscribe when we hit the 200,000 mark. I'm going to release the Sturgis documentary. Facebook.com/Law Abiding Biker. We really want to ramp up Instagram. We're doing a lot of reels. We're doing a lot of stuff over on Instagram at Scrappy587. Make sure you hit me up over there and follow. Twitter at Law Abiding Biker with one I. I have 2 in there. We'll have to change that. Law Abiding Biker.
Beaker.
And then, of course, like we promoted, our patron members.
Scrappy.
Just go over to patron.com/Scrappy, SCRAPPY, or just search Ryan Urlacher over at patreon.com. Make sure you put your YouTube, and get up, subscribed as a member. I do want to mention to all you patron members, shout out some of those super chats coming in.
Ryan Allen, David Thompson, thank you.
Thank you so much for this late super chat coming in. All you patron members, make sure you go to your patron accounts. Make sure to put in your YouTube channel URL. You have one. If you're watching YouTube, you have a YouTube channel because you have a Google account. Make sure you put in your YouTube channel URL in your patron account settings so we can see when you comment on our YouTube videos that you're a member, because we want to give you extra service, basically. We want to give you extra attention when you comment on our YouTube videos. Just go over to patreon.com/settings/profile or just patreon.com, hit the little gear icon. Again, put in your YouTube channel URL. That allows us to see that you are making a comment on our YouTube video, and we're making sure and taking care of you first. We still got super chats coming in. Lurch.
David, thank you very much. God bless you, brother.
$50 freaking dollars. Unbelievable, guys. And as I stated, we do most of these for our patron members only, but there's so many super chats that came in. We will try to sprinkle in, me and Lurch will make an effort to sprinkle in a few more of these public live ones more often here in 2022. Thanks so much, guys, for being here.
Peace.